Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly, game master, or maybe your star master today. Because today we are we're down a bunch of players on our usual Friday night sessions because it's getting close to the holidays. People are away for early holiday breaks or at Christmas parties and such. So we decided to do something a little different for tonight, rather than carry on with our our Warcraft campaign. And we are returning to one of my old favorites on the channel, and that would be Paizo's very cool Starfinder RPG. If you're not familiar with Starfinder, this is the science fantasy version of I don't want to say it's a version of Pathfinder. It is, in a way, a version of Pathfinder, their classic fantasy RPG as well. But Starfinder is really its own thing in the same way that, you know, D&D is a conglomeration of all its own ideas, too. So if you're not familiar with Starfinder, you'll find a lot of things similar to the sensibilities in D&D and some of the elements of the D&D setting. And you're going to find a lot of things that are different and ideas that have been stolen or repurposed from a bunch of other sci-fi properties. So
it's like Pathfinder 1.5 in space.
Kind of, yeah. Again, it's not quite right, but it's very close to that. So, but let me introduce you to the stars of tonight's session. Tonight, we'll talk about what adventure we're playing in a moment here. Why don't I go the order I've got you guys on the screen here? Tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your level of familiarity with Starfinder is. First up, we've got Jeffrey.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeff, and tonight I'm going to be playing Killador. He's a soldier. And my familiarity with playing Starfinder is all on this channel. So you can watch every time I've played this game on our history of YouTube.
Fantastic.
Same.
Nice. And joining us as well is John.
Hey everyone, I'm John, and I'm playing Droman Skittershorn. He is a Skittermander. I think we're level 2, and he is a Technomancer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we decided to play a version of our characters from our ongoing Night Below campaign, because those are the easiest ones for me to work from. Plus, I've been itching to do a Starfinder version of those characters for a while. So, guys, let's talk about what adventure we're playing tonight, and then we'll talk a little bit about the rules and how the rules in this differ from kind of a bog standard D&D or other D20 games. So the adventure we're playing tonight is called Junker's Delight. Now, we're not going to get through the whole thing because it's a full module, but as a warning to those listening at home, if you are intending on playing Junker's Delight, which is a really lovely 1st to 4th level adventure for either the core rulebook or the starter set, then this will contain, spoilers for that. So if you don't want to have the events of Junker's Delight spoiled for you, I'd come back at this after you've had a chance to play. If you don't care about spoilers, well then welcome. Let's talk about what this game is and how it differs from the other things. So let me maybe do this, guys. I'll grab your
I
tokens.
can immediately see that Badonk has made it to space and is there in the front. It's just the back of his head, but he's there.
Yeah.
I mean,
all right.
If he had the chance, I'm sure Badonk would go to space to find treasure.
I have no doubt of that. So let me just move this. I'll make this a little smaller here. All right. So the characters that you're playing are... Many of the elements of the game are going to be very familiar. It's going to be D20, and you're going to add a number to that to determine success or failure of things. There's saving throws just like there is in modern versions of D&D or in from like 3rd edition forward, where you're rolling dice and adding to that. There's not target numbers like there are in 4th edition. You have there's 4 different kind of, not meta currencies, but 4 different things you're going to be tracking, resources that you'll be tracking. Your red bar is your hit points. Hit points work just like they do in other games. If you run out of hit points because of the damage you took, you start dying. So your red bar you want to preserve and keep an eye on. Your healing serums that each of you guys have, it restores hit point damage. The blue bar are your stamina points. This game uses, like some of the later games from the D20 system, or from the third 3.5 era at least, they have a stamina mechanic where this is a resource that you lose in combat as you take damage, but so long as it's not gone, you're not going to take hit point damage, and then once you have an opportunity to take a 10-minute break, you can spend one of your final resources, which is your resolve points. You can spend one of those to recover all of your stamina. You can also spend 1/4 rounding down maximum of rounding up maximum of 3 resolve points to not die, to stabilize yourself automatically. Some of you will have. I don't know if either of you guys have abilities that trigger with the resolve points yet. So it's not used for that. No, what it is it's a nice way. You can get in a scrap without having a healer around, and so long as you don't get into your hit points, you can spend one of your resolve points and get that back. What else do we have here? Let me remember what else you can spend those on. I think that's kind of it. Unless you've got specific class abilities, but you guys are only 2nd level, so I don't think you have access to any of those yet. You recover your resolve points and all of your stamina points with an 8-hour rest. You also recover, let's see here, how many hit points over... Oh, you never recover hit points, you just die. That's just pretty
hardcore mode in game.
As they're gone, they're gone.
It's like real life.
No, it is. Let's see here. I can't remember which natural healing is. I think it might be your level. Let's see here. I don't think the adventure is going to take us that long, so I'm not super worried about that. And I don't think the adventure will take us beyond, or at least tonight will take us beyond a day. But let's see here. Injury and, here we go, healing. With a full night's rest, you gain 1 hit point per character level. So you guys would gain 2 hit points back per level. You can also use medicine to try and increase that, just like you can in like AD&D 2nd or 3rd edition or anything like that. You can also spend, if you are stable, either because someone has stabilized you with the medicine roll or the medicine skill, or you've spent resolve points to stabilize yourself and you're stable and you are at 0 hit points, you can spend a resolve point to gain 1 hit point and then immediately take an action as if you were back in the fight. Okay? So if you happen to be at 0 and you're not dying, then... yeah, you can, what do you call it? You can spend that to get yourself back in the fight. With only 2 of you here, and how, poorly I've judged difficulty in some of these 3rd edition inspired games, I'm sure that might be a rule that'd be good to keep in mind. Then if you're knocked down, you also do not have you don't have a mystic in the group to provide heals, and you do not have any other class, I guess, that to help you manage resolve as you're getting back. Other than that, I think that is pretty much the mechanical stuff you need to know. You'll notice that you have 2 different kinds of armor class. You have an EAC and a KAC. EAC is against energy weapons. KAC is against kinetic weapons. So if you're getting whacked with a stick, it's going to be against your KAC. If you're getting shot with a laser gun, it's going to be against your EAC. Anything that you get that gives you a bonus to your armor class automatically applies to both as well. Unless it expressly says otherwise. So, other than that, guys, do you have any questions? We talked a little bit before about what your characters are sort of good at. Oh, I wanted to give you one thing too, Killador, because I forgot to do it. But let me just drag and drop something onto your character sheet. And I'm going to quickly... I was going to do this when I was napping with Anna. Unfortunately, I fell asleep while I was reading. So,
hey, it happens.
It happens. It's that if nothing else good has come from working from home for 2 years, the mid-afternoon nap is something that is. If I lose the ability to do that, I will look back on it with great fondness.
Yeah, I would agree.
Oh my gosh.
Coffee just doesn't do it the same as a nap does.
No, that is
to recharge.
I know some people don't find them refreshing, but I find it just puts me right back, ready to get back to work as soon as I get that cat nap in, or dog nap, in the case with Anna. All right, here it is. So some other things. Spellcasting does trigger attacks of opportunity like it does in Pathfinder or 3rd edition. And spell interruption, if you take damage, you lose the spell full stop. There's no chance to try and roll concentration or anything like that. It's old school in the sense that if you hit, you lose that spell. So just be cautious where you are going. I can't remember if you can do... maybe look on spellcasting in the compendium there, John. I can't remember if you can cautious cast.
Yeah, concentrate so you don't provoke. Let's see.
Exactly. I don't remember offhand. What I'm looking for, Jeffrey, is something that will be worth it once you see it arrive on your character sheet. I just need to find the fucking rules for it. Where is it here? Because I want to make sure. There we go. There we go. I've been spending the night last night and then today prepping for this thing has reminded me how much I really enjoy this game. It is a lot of fun. Here we go. Okay. And let me check one more thing here. What does it say, John? Is there anything there about...
I'm still reading through it.
Oh, okay.
It's concentrating in harsh environments. Nope, that's pretty much bad.
Okay. Okay, I found what I needed, so I can actually... I know where I'm looking for your thing, John. Just double check here. Okay, here we go. Concentration and interrupt spells. What you can do... to successfully cast a spell, you must concentrate. The length of time depends on the spell, blah, blah, blah. The concentration required to cast a spell is sufficient to cause you briefly lower your defenses. If a foe threatens the square you're in, casting a spell provokes an attack of opportunity. Normally, you can concentrate even in a distracting situation, but if you're casting a spell and you take damage from either a successful attack or an effect that you fail to saving throw, the spell fails, full stop. There is no ability to safely cast.
It says ongoing damage doesn't stop it, but it's like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just be mindful of what you... Yeah.
There's no concentration to cast safely, it looks like.
Okay.
So
that's good. Okay. I think it takes one dice roll. I remember there's a couple of things that they've done, and we may, I guess for those listening at home, I haven't run Starfinder on a regular basis for about almost 2 years now. So if I'm getting some rules wrong here, I do apologize. We will try and get it as close as we can. But one way we're going to break the rules right off the hop here is we're going to use Astonishing Fortune today, guys. And Astonishing Fortune will be used to just re-roll, and that's it. It will not be allowed to... You've got your resolve points to try and not die, and it'll cost you 1 point to get a re-roll, and we'll give you 4 tonight.
Ooh.
Because I feel like I'm going to kick the shit out of you guys.
Yeah, probably.
No better way to get people to want to play a game again than beat the bejesus out of their characters. All right, so we talked a little bit before about where you guys are, and this is the desert planet of Akiton. And let's see here. Do I have some... No, not that. All right. Where you guys are heading. Let's first talk about the planet of Akiton in general. Now, do we have... Oh, that's great. I got a great illustration I can show you soon, guys. Pretty happy. Let's see here. No, more handouts. So this is... I did purchase this from Roll20 because I wanted the maps and everything set up already. But it's pretty good. It's got a lot of handouts for like the rules and treasure. I got pictures and rules for treasure for everything. Also, Jeff, let me not get distracted like I just did from giving you what I wanted to give you too. Because if you're playing a soldier in a sci-fi setting, I think there's one thing that you're going to want.
Lightsaber?
There is a similar, although it's more the Solarian kind of thing. Why don't we give you, boom.
Space rations.
Take a look on under your attacks.
Cool.
The grenade?
Frag grenade, yep.
Yes.
Oh, and cryo grenade.
And
Nice.
Plasma grenade.
sticky bomb.
There we go. And yeah, that sounds. Let's see here. Why don't we? We'll give you. Oops. I just. How about I edit it instead of? There we go. We'll give you 2 of each of those.
Nice.
Okay. All right. So the planet of Akiton. Let's talk about where our adventure takes place. And in fact, I will read this. I will mention that this it worked out that this was a good setup for the like a one-shot session anyway. But it also happened to be on my favorite planet, my favorite planet in the Pact Worlds, where we had spent most of our last campaign, and it also happens to involve the setting where the first time I ran Starfinder for anybody was my son, and it was set in this town. So I was pretty happy to see we'd be going back to it. So Akiton, I wonder if I've got an illustration saved from that last time here, guys. Let's just quickly. Oh, there is. Hell yes. Give me a sec, guys. I'm going to quickly do this. Let's do. Copy that. All right, guys. Get ready to have your butts blown here. Here we go. Maybe that's not something you want, actually. Guys, can we sign off on the no on the butt blowing? All right, so let's talk about it. I'm going to give you some great illustrations to look at while. Oh, man.
I learned how to make lightsabers. I've got 6 arms. It'll be awesome.
Yeah, the Skittermanders are one of my favorite. I was saying before we went live that I'm not sure I've run a session of this where I didn't have a Skittermander that wasn't our ongoing campaign, where that started before the Skittermanders were out. So
yeah,
here we go. All right, so we bring
they're a great race.
I love them. It's great looking. Here we go, guys. Okay. Akiton, despite its proximity to Absalon Station and its favorable location as the 4th planet from the Sun, counting missing Golarion, Akiton is a dying world. Since the system's formation, the so-called Red Planet has lost much of the atmosphere and liquid water it once held due to the slowing of its liquid iron core and the resulting weakening of its magnetosphere. Though this slow decline transpires on a geologic scale, then Akiton remains hospitable to humanoid life, and indeed its slowly expanding rocks and deserts and rock chasms are all that most of its resident species have ever known. It also offers a sad metaphor for the planet's dying economy. Prior to the discovery of hyperspace, Akiton was the center of the solar system's mining, production, and trade of Fasteron, or instrumental in the creation of fuel for sublight interplanetary travel. However, since the advent of drift travel and a reduced need for long, real space flights, the demand for Fasteron has fallen, and the economic effects of the crash now play out in political squabbles, civil strife, and civil strife across the planet. Massive space barges that once shuttled ore between all the Pact worlds now lie as rusting hulks in the middle of the desert, empty save for squatters and scavengers, humanoid and otherwise. Residents whose ancestors were magnates and high society debutantes now hunt trash-eating kefiks and dodging flying, tusk-winged Norcasa in the shells of abandoned cities, toil as laborers in the few remaining mines or industrial trench squats, or join the anarchic gangs who battle for territory on the open plains with the planet's more traditional nomadic peoples. Akiton today has no centralized government, and its cold deserts, dry seabeds, and frigid polar ice caps host never-ending skirmishes and proxy wars between various cities, clans, corporations, tribes, and off-world factions. It's a world where unscrupulous business interests can engage in unregulated or morally questionable research and exploitation, and where criminals, fugitives, and the lost come to escape justice, hide from their enemies, or try to make a fresh start. The planet's best-known urban centers are ancient cities such as Arl, with its passion for blood sports, Daza, the half-irradiated city of fusion, and Maro, with its fabled Thousand Lights, a vast trench city climbing its way up the walls of the Ideo Rift. In these dusty and flickering metropolises, Akiton's dreams of civilization and culture still remain, for the rich at least, propped up by their remaining wealth and control of the planet's last few viable Fasteron mines, as well as lucrative contracts with off-world corporations and factories specializing in weapons, armor, and ship parts. Most of Akiton's lesser settlements, by contrast, are company towns, squalid slums, or frontier homesteader outposts where life is cheap, harsh, and short. Members of nearly all the Pact World's common races can be found somewhere on Akiton, including a seemingly native crimson-skinned human ethnicity, yet the best-known indigenous residents are the Yasaki, the Ratmen. Unlike many of their fellow inhabitants, the Akitonian Yasaki thrive under the planet's currently degraded conditions, boisterous and opportunistic in their warren districts beneath the cities or in motorized traveling caravans. Though operating largely off the grid, these latter nomadic populations inevitably return to the hive market, the vast bazaar city at the foot of Ka, pillar of the sky, where everything can be found for the right price, and ghostly creatures called Kulan keep the peace. The Yasaki can often be seen driving their ramshackle hover tanks back and forth from the winterlands at the poles, hauling ice quarried by the resident cap miners while carefully avoiding the forbidden zones with their eerie alien ruins. In addition to Yasaki, Akiton has several other major indigenous races, once driven nearly to annihilation by corporate interests. The four-armed humanoid giants called Shobads have seen a dramatic resurgence in recent years as their traditional desert life sidestepped the economic collapse. Moreover, their constant clan battles for armor make them valuable as mercenaries and scouts. Complete opposites of the Shobads are the contemplatives of Ashok, telekinetic creatures whose physical bodies have nearly withered away in favor of the great minds contained within their throbbing brain sacs, and who excel in the supernatural arts and decipher esoteric truths in their legendary halls of reason. Slightly less well known are the red-skinned Ikeshti, lizard folk who make model citizens until their reproductive cycle drives them violently insane. So that is the sort of the long intro there. I love everything about Akiton, and it's such a cool setting. Forbidding to be out in the desert, corruption, adventure, secrets found out in the deserts, you know. It's just all great stuff. So, we talked before about you guys had known each other from before. So why don't you tell us a little bit, what are you guys thinking for what will be bringing you to the town of Kefak Depot? And that's, I'm going to write down here, guys. Where are we here? Kefak Depot will be right here. If you are from off-world and you haven't been here lately, you guys would have landed at, where is... Hive Market's way down here. But you guys did arrive with all of your gear intact. One of the things you did not have is really a lot of spending cash.
Well, you know.
So you guys have been traveling overland. So what are you thinking, guys? What's my thought was that the reason you've come to Kefak Depot is probably... As you said, like there's a bunch of, outside of Kefak Depot, there are a bunch of crashed ships, like, miles and miles of crashed ships. And as of late, people have been finding that there have been riches found in those.
Well, before we went live, I was suggesting that maybe we were a part of a slightly larger crew who was pulling jobs, and maybe one of those jobs went bad, and the crew is split up to sort of hide out for a bit and let things cool off. And we decided to come here because we figured we could sort of scrape a living by here for a little bit of time and hide out from whatever problems are out in larger space that we are connected to.
Yeah. Dorman will just say, they're finding riches all over, but nobody's as tiny as me. I can get where they can't. Lots of stuff untouched.
So, and maybe it was, like you said, to combine those all, that you were on Akiton, trying to stay hidden, stay under the radar, and then you found an opportunity and like, all right, well, maybe we can make some easy money this way, and it's away from the, the main cities, so it will not.
Well, and so to be clear, we currently do not have a spacecraft.
Correct.
So maybe what we need to do is we need to get enough coin together that we can get a spacecraft in case we need to get off planet.
Yes, that's a good point. And actually, it's worth mentioning that normally the default style of play with Starfinder is that the characters all have a shared resource of the starship, and then you build it as you go up. But yeah, that's I love that.
Well, maybe our crew did have a shared starship, but it's like if we're all splitting up, we can't split up the starship. Like one of us had to take it, so we got dropped off here. But now we're thinking we better put enough cash together to secure ourselves a starship.
Love it.
What if we got to get off planet in a hurry?
Okay, love it. That's perfect. So what you guys have been doing? You've been traveling now for probably about if it's going with a mixture of different travel, it's been at least a week of travel between some short haul flights, which then you realize, like, man, this is going to blow through all our cash, so let's just travel over land. You have, since leaving one of the trench cities in Morrow, so it's actually Morrow is where this, right down here, is where this is departing from. So you've been heading from Morrow all the way over to Kefak Depot.
Because we've heard that there's some treasure, some ships, you said? Like a ship graveyard?
Yeah, so what you've heard about Kefak Depot in general is that... So the place is... I guess one thing I'll mention is that in the setting itself, there's a thing called the Gap that happened. It happened from the time of where we're playing. It's about 300 years in the past. And it's when there was this magical or some kind of event that just basically like wiped memories. Something happened that people just forgot. So like from the time back up to the Gap, there's extrapolation and people are exploring history and trying to relearn things. But whatever the cataclysm was, it just robbed everyone of that knowledge. And pre-Gap, there was some kind of, like I said, some kind of space battle or something that happened above Akiton. And what it's led to is just a shit ton of crashed vessels that sort of lurk out in the desert. And because Akiton is a desert planet, like sometimes those things can remain hidden by the deserts or hidden just by, the inhospitable nature of some of the regions, that they lie for sometimes hundreds, if not thousands of years, and then are suddenly exposed. Around Kefak Depot is a different area, and there is a huge concentration of these things there, to the point where Kefak Depot is said to have a ring of more upper scale buildings around it that are appealing to the travelers and the vacationers, like those who really want to explore, Akiton's past and indeed the Pact World's history in the past. They can travel here, spend a bunch of money, and it's like, the sort of, if you're not staying in the hotel, then it's sort of the Akitonian equivalent of glamping. What you've also heard is there are more hard-nosed and practical-minded folks who are going out there, who either fancy themselves to be experts in, certain kinds of history. Archaeologists would certainly be wanting to travel out here. There's just a bit of a boom going on, and the reason that you guys have come is because you've heard of riches. Like people finding stuff that is able to perhaps even make enough money to finance a brand new ship.
Right.
So
the ships themselves would not be recoverable.
The ships themselves, definitely not. No. They would be crashed.
Right, it's just pieces of them that are valuable and... Right, okay.
If you picture sort of like the opening bits of what do you call it, of The Force Awakens on Jakku.
Right,
That's,
like how destroyed that stuff is.
Exactly. That's sort of what's the scrap is like out there.
Yeah.
Okay. So this has been about a week of grinding eastward. The vehicle you're taking is a big, long, kind of semi-armored, picture like a cross between like a monster truck and a bus. That's sort of what you guys have been traveling on.
It's like the buses they use to check out the polar bears at Churchill.
Totally, yeah. Or the out here, it's the up on the glacier, the Columbia River Glacier or Columbia Icefields. So what you guys have been grounding across the sands and rocks of Akiton for about a week now, and it is the vehicle's driver is a friendly Shirin. A Shirin is like an insectoid kind of creature, or not creature, another species. His name was Chakramai. And I'll put that in chat. I wonder if I've got an illustration for him. Let's see here. NPCs. Nope. That is okay. All right. So what he looks like is, I think there might be Shirin illustration in the what do you call it, in the companion or compendium. This is what Shirin looked like, guys.
Nice.
So you can picture something like that with a, like a dried leather cap on, big goggles, and very the kind of duster jacket that, like, as soon as he stands up, there's just a ton of sand that falls out of it. And it seems like it's always the case. Like, he manages. That is something you guys are finding being here, is that Akiton is somehow has the magical ability to get sand everywhere with the constant snow, blowing wind and whatnot. What you've gathered is that he's probably chatted a little bit to you about what's happened. Why don't we get some dice rolls going here, guys? Let's have you guys give us. Here we go. Culture check, please. And Kildor, actually, you're going to be able to treat this difficulty number as 5 less. Holy smokes.
Nice roll.
So, because you're, Kildor, you have your ear to the ground as far as the opportunities for, less than legal ways of making profit. You've got your ear always out for that. I think what you've heard is that while the Kefik depot is usually it's sort of a separate settlement on its own. It's not part of any kind of like guild or gang or any under the sway of any one corporation. It's a bunch. It really is everyone who happens to live inside of that ring. They all just sort of are. The lowly folks who service they're the service workers effectively for the tourism industry that's there. But what you've heard is that there is some kind of small town, some kind of gang that couldn't make it in Mauro, in the bigger city, that has made its way out there. And with a roll that good, you've heard the name the True Warriors. Is there anything else you guys would want to ask about as you guys are making your way there?
You said the True Warriors?
True Warriors, yeah. And there's no clever spelling to that whatsoever.
Well, Drummond would be interested in how he keeps dirt out of his fur, but Insect Man ain't got no fur.
No.
He's scratching at it. It's turning his fur red.
Yeah. I think so. You think it's probably the same thing with Droman, and I've got the characters sized about the same here, but really, Killador is a tall, like even slightly taller than human-sized person. Droman, I believe, is at max 3 feet.
All right, it's gnome size.
Oh yeah, the Skittermanders are a great cognate for.
He's fast.
Yeah. They are 3 feet tall and weigh on average 35 pounds.
That's about right.
You can judge that accordingly. Okay. So when you finally approach find yourself on the final day of the approach inn, and each day's travel has been exactly like the last. Like, it seems like you're seeing no change in the terrain. It's just miles of, sometimes the rock formations look a little different as you're traveling across. But as you're rolling into Kefik Depot, the vehicle speeds towards a growing glare of tall buildings. Grand structures, impossibly clean considering the fine grit choking the air. The ring of the outer edge of Kefik Depot. Flashy signs for accommodations and entertainment adorn every surface. Flashing as you guys are making your way in. As the driver continues deeper into the town, though, the glossy facades quickly fade into huddles of dirt-stained buildings. Mountains of crashed starships and other junk stretches behind them. Piles of metal, glass, plastic, and countless other materials glint in the light of the burning sun. Kefik Depot appears to be quite busy. Many wheeled vehicles trundle through the streets, some of which wind through junk mounds. Vendors hawk their wares on corners and haggle with customers. The driver pulls up to a curb, turns the engine off, and says, "End of the line. It's been a real pleasure driving you folks. Hope you find what you're looking for here." He waves his hands and kind of opens the door and leads you out.
6 hands wave goodbye.
I look down. Now remember, D, we're trying to keep a low profile.
Okay.
So, guys, this is Kefik Depot.
Might want to stoop a little bit.
There we go. Load it up here. So,
This is a junk place.
yep. Oh, yeah. Let me give you. I think this is on the. Yeah, great.
So what if we heard, Kev, is the junk like within the city, in the piles of junk in the city, or is it somewhere outside of the city?
No,
or do we not know that yet?
Yeah, this well, I think with a roll that good, even Drummond's roll would have been good enough to know that the junk in the city has sort of been picked over. In the centuries that have passed since, the junk within the city has been fairly well picked over. The things that let me see if I can point out some important bits here. Where's my map? Here it is. All right, so you guys are being dropped off about, where is it here? Actually, I need you to move your tokens. Sorry. I do need to move your tokens. Okay. Right. Okay, so you guys are dropped off. Let me maybe put a little, there we go, put a little Starfinder thing on here to mark your token. Boop. 3 this sucker. Distort it. There we go.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So this is where you guys are dropped off. It's right around here. And from what you can tell, let me. I wonder if I can put a. Is that better, guys? Does that help? A little red dot. I guess it's a red against a red, so probably not. Not so much, Kev.
I only still see the Starfinder thing.
Yeah.
Blue. How about that? The blue. I put a circle around it. Let me see.
Oh.
Hold on, let me do this here. I'll make it bigger. How about now? Oh, you know what? No, I got to set it so you can see it.
Yeah.
That is something that they really should set as default. There
we go.
Yeah, that's good.
Third time lucky. All right. So that is where you guys are set up. Let me give you both control over the token here. Control by all players. There we are. The things that really stand out to you as you were rolling into town, the scrapyards and junkyards and whatnot seem to sprawl out to the east of Kefik Depot. Right over here is a great big arena, and you've heard that it is a place where it's one of the few places in the town where there is actually a mixing of the cultures or the classes, at least in the one building. The arena is host to some bloody gladiatorial combats, to concerts, to outdoor, performances of all, strokes or stripes and varieties. And what you've heard is that you will kind of have to find, unless you're willing to pony up for the incredible rates that you would pay to stay in one of the luxury resorts that ring around here. You guys will have to kind of find your own way of, getting some accommodations. It's not the kind of place to cater. You've heard that it can be found here. You just need to be careful. So, what are you guys thinking?
Well, what time of the day is it?
It is probably it's probably late afternoon by the time you guys are dropped off here.
Yeah, well, why don't we go over to the sports arena thing, the Coliseum looking thing, and see if there's anything going on. I mean, that's a good place to find lots of people to talk to, so.
Okay.
Or pick some pockets.
All right.
Profile.
Hey, I'm as low as you can get.
So you guys start making your way through town, and as you are going, you're passing by. There are vehicles that are going by with a bunch of. If you picture like the photos of the Depression era of the Okies making their way to California, with all the shit kind of piled up in the back and then strapped down. That's what you see one or two of them go by of Yasaki, who the rat folk who populate here. The street is full of a variety of different races. Like even for a community this small, it still is quite a cosmopolitan place, as is much of Akiton, I guess. But you are seeing a lot of the red-skinned Hilki, the kind of native, human ancestry or ethnicity that seem to be here. Dark hair, red skin. Everyone seems dirty as well. They're going by. This definitely has the look of a town that you work for what you get. Now, as you are passing by, you can see that the arena itself is looming out of the scrap, or ahead of you. And which of you has has a better perception check? Sorry, I wrote down everything except for your perception scores.
Got a 1, so it's probably not me.
Okay.
Perception. Oh, +1. It's the same.
Okay. Would you guys each give us a perception check, please? Let's just see who does better.
Stand on my tiptoes, look around. Asses everywhere.
The one upside to you. Look at that. Fantastic.
Amazing.
So the one upside.
Hey. I'm looking at the asses. You look elsewhere.
Well, what I was going to say, John, is that the upside to your height dilemma is that a good chunk of the population here are Yasaki, and they are only about your height as well. So the crowd's notwithstanding, it's about as bad as you can see. Now, as you guys are
dust to my eyes.
Passing by one of the twisting alleys, and like it's tough. This place seems to have been either built up as they go, or kind of carved out of the scrap as you go, because you're finding there's more than once you've hit dead ends and had to sort of like double back. There's roads there, like almost none of them will run straight. They all sort of wind around, or there's parts where it chokes off and only one vehicle can go by at a time. But you're passing by one of these, wrong turn things. And what you can hear is, and you guys both hear this, is you hear the sound that you, I think in particular, Kildor, are most familiar with, the sound of someone in pain. And as you guys walk up, what you can see, looking down a short and dingy alley, there are a pair of humans with bright red skin clad in leather jackets who stand over a prone Yasaki woman, to whom they deliver a series of vicious kicks and punches. She cries out in pain with each and every blow, while another Yasaki, who appears similarly dressed to the humans, stands and sneers. And you both overhear, "You knew the consequences for refusing Mr. Detrulu's generous offer, Riddle," says the Yasaki. "Really? You brought this on yourself."
Yeah, Drummond immediately leaps forward, points at him, and says, "Pick on someone your own size. Kill the door. Get him."
Hold on. All right. So, let me grab your tokens here, and gotta love an enthusiastic player ready to go wrong with the pre-planned combat encounter.
You made him good, so that's your fault.
All right. So here's where, let me position you guys here. Boop. Oh, and these, these are on the, what do you call it? The, do this here. There you go. None. Sorry, these are all set up with their default settings, and I'll switch the bars to be what we use. Go.
Yeah. Drummond is not tough.
He's really not. So let's do this here. Bottom overlapping. There we go. Get rid of that. All right, so guys, let me show you a couple illustrations. Then bring you over to the map, and then I'll show you a couple illustrations here. Okay. So you guys are right at the edge of this alleyway. I'll bring you over here. So the Yasaki woman, they have okay, is that only visible to DM? Great. Ooh. Ah, this is awesome. Look at this, guys.
It's a little map.
So this is what you see. It's that Yasaki woman on the ground being beaten by the red-skinned humanoids. The humans each, let's see here. Well, here's the Yasaki who's mouthing off. And here are...
He's my size. I'll get him.
He is your size, yes. And then there are the humans who look like this. Now, you don't need to make a roll for this, Jeffrey, but you know the difference between a uniform and gang colors. And these really strike you as gang colors. Now, why don't you each click on your token, and let's roll some initiative and see who's going first here.
I hope it's me.
Let's also just over to here. Here we go. Alrighty. So I've got a 15, 15 for them.
I have not rolled above a 9 so far.
Oh, shit. All right.
Saving it up for the exciting finale at the end of the night.
So then, first up, you jump forward and say, pick on someone your own size. What he says is in return is, this is the Yasaki who's standing, the one wearing the same colors as the other. This is none of your business. Why don't you skedaddle before you find yourself missing a few teeth?
That's racist. 6 arms.
Yeah. He is readying an action, as are the 2 humans. Kildor, what are you doing?
I look down at Droman and say, I said low profile, and I'm going to draw my rifle and fire at these guys.
Okay. So what you can do is you can use a move action to draw it, or because you got it's just like in 3rd edition, because you got a base attack bonus of +1, you can do it as part of a move too. So if you want to move and draw your weapon, you can do that.
For like range though of my rifle, this is totally acceptable, isn't it?
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
this is already close range. Yeah.
It's already close range. Yeah.
Okay. Now, sorry, this is first time using this character.
Yep.
Would I be using any of my feats here?
So your 2 feats, you got bodyguard, which means you want to keep close to Droman because you can use your reaction. It's just like in other versions of D&D, you got 1 reaction per turn that refreshes at the start of your turn. You can use your bodyguard
so
reaction.
deadly aim is the one that I could use.
Yes, which I think you take -2 to hit. Now here's another thing where this differs from other versions of D&D. You don't gain extra attacks as you get higher levels. You can always make multiple attacks. If you take your whole round to just shoot, you can't do that this round, but in future, if you spend your whole round shooting, you can make 2 attacks at -4 to hit for each of them.
Oh, okay, I see how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, so I'm just going to fire.
Okay. Go ahead. You just threw your gun at me. You want to be under the attacks.
What? Oh, I was on the wrong tab.
Yeah, you're under equipment.
Just throw his gun. There we go.
Holy shit, nice shot. Who were you shooting, by the way?
Just the one, like, closest straight ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you fire at him. And, that was not expected by them. And then you still have a move. You don't want to move anywhere? The alleyway.
No, I don't necessarily want to get closer to them.
So, but one thing you could do is you could try and take cover. There's a ton of shit that's in the alleyway there.
Oh,
And
yeah, okay.
Let me grab my
I
DM
see.
screen here. Hold on.
Right, there's some junk here if I just sort of step to the side.
Yeah, this place is full of crap. So if you took
might as
cover...
well. And then D's behind me too, so.
Yep, so this will give you +4 to your AC and +2 to reflex saves.
Nice.
Okay. All right, then it is Droman. What are you doing?
Alrighty. Well, I have a feeling they're going to come after us now because I taunted them. He shot them. we're going to cast grease. I'm going to target these squares right here.
Okay. So let's see here. Standard action 1 10-foot square or 1 object. Okay. Cover it. Any creature in the area where the spell is cast must make a reflex save. DC 15.
Or they
fall
trip.
prone. Nice. All right. So what does your grease spell look like?
He basically, like, he's toning the spell signatures with 4 of his hands. 2 are reaching in to find some grease oil from his weapon, and he just squirts it in the air and fires it off and just opens and drops on him.
Nice. All right, so the 10-foot square is going to be covering the Yasaki and the warrior on the left.
No, this area.
Oh,
He's
okay,
basically trying to stop them from running to get us.
Oh, okay.
Or letting them fall down when they run to get us.
Okay,
Yeah.
here we go. Let's see here. So I'm just trying to figure out how many
The one guy's
saves I
hit
need to
now,
get.
I guess.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to make it really easy to see here.
The poor sucker that we
Yeah.
was taking all the bad shit in the first round.
So let's see here. He's got a plus 13. Oh, you know what? I think I can make these saves. I can do it like we did in Star Wars back in the day, and I can make these saves in chat for you guys if you'd like.
That's always exciting.
We can share with our low rolls.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you can take our high ones.
Yeah. Pretty sure I killed the character that way. So, all right. So I need these guys, and I need the Yasaki. Here we go. Alrighty. So I need a reflex save from the human warrior. Let's see here. Where are you, my friend? This is a very cumbersome sheet. They got the NPC sheet. It's not laid out the way that the player one is.
Oh, yeah.
It's got to be on here, though, so it's just a matter of me figuring out where the F-sharp they put it. Here we go. Found it. Boom. How'd I do?
Yes.
Failed.
Horrible.
Nice.
Yes.
So one of them steps forward and... Well, I know this is when you cast the spell. So you draw prone with a purple for prone. All right. Anything else you would...
Then I hide behind Killador.
Okay. All right. So then, on their turn, so the Yasaki screams out, "Get up, you fool! Get him!" And the Yasaki is going to try get a better angle here. Move to the side. I think I can.
At least he can shoot over his ally now, who's on the ground.
I was going to see if he can step and still full attack. Because I'm going to full attack at you. I just don't know if I can step.
Good thing we took cover.
Yeah, no doubt.
Ooh.
Oh, I wonder if steps are gone from this game. Hold on. For those listening at home, I apologize for having to look stuff up. Go ahead, Jeff.
The step or the full attack is when you take -4, right?
Yes, to each, so I can fire twice.
Right.
I just can't remember if you get a free step with that like you do in
Combat. It's usually like a swift action, but let's see.
Let's see here. Yeah, change grips, drop prone are full actions. Let's see here. Because withdraw is a thing in this as well.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Full attack. I don't think you can.
There's a guarded step that's a move action.
Yeah. And the guarded step is the one. Okay, so yeah, I did take away the free step in this. That's right. Okay, so I can't do that. I have to fire from where I am, which means get your full cover. All right, so you're... let's see here. What weapon does he have here? Oh, it's a kinetic thing. So, Kildor, you're effective. I need to hit a 20. And I'm shooting twice here. So, full attack. Yes. Here we go. Oh! Opening up with a nat 20. So, this thing runs to the side. He says, "Get up, you fool!" And he doesn't move. He just starts firing down at you. And, Kildor, you take 9 points of damage. This will come off of your stamina.
Ouch, son of a...
Then, this other one...
I apologize for getting you shot.
Wow, that's a good weapon that he's got.
We got a crit.
I got a crit. Okay. So I need a move action to stand up. What does Grease do now once I stand up?
If they can try to move it through it at half speed with a successful acrobatics tech, DC 10. Failure means they can't move, and they have to make another save or fall prone.
Okay, so he's going to spend a move action to get up, and a move action to move forward at half speed.
Yeah.
That's your acrobatics check. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so he... 1, 2, 3. The other one is going to try and move through the grease as well. Because it is kind of obvious that it's there now. Acrobatics. Yep.
Oh, damn.
So I can go 1, 2... I guess 3, 4. All right. So he comes running up. And...
Jesus. We're going to die in this alley.
I'm not.
And then he is going to swing his tactical baton at you. Your cover won't help you here. But he can't do a full attack on it. 19. God dang. So 4 points of damage on you, Kildor, as he runs up.
Like I'm already almost dead.
Well, no, you haven't got to your hit points yet.
Well, yeah, but hit points are like a resource you're like not supposed to ever try to lose. It'll be like the rest of the session will be we rest for 3 weeks here at this place.
Kildor, what are you doing?
Oh my god.
So those guys raced up on you. You got your long arm. Oh.
So is there a penalty to fire my rifle when they're that close to me?
I am just checking here. I think you might draw an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
But I don't remember offhand.
Good guarded step as a move action 5 foot away and blast him.
Yeah, you could do that. Let's see here. Let's see if it draws an attack of opportunity, though. Yeah, it's one of those things. I read a bunch of other stuff. I'm like, I need to really make sure I refresh my memory for how certain things work in it. And of course, it's the things that aren't coming up. So, all right.
I mean, what I think I need to do is just.
So it's a ranged attack does. So, but what you could do instead, you could try and hit him with it, or you could get your survival knife out and then attack.
Yeah.
Your choice.
Whereas if I use my rifle, he gets an attack, but then I get 2 attacks on him.
Yep.
I think I'm just gonna have to full fire on him.
Okay. So then let me make my so normal attack 25. Another 4
Holy
point.
crap! He's stealing our high rolls.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
It's less fun having kept rolling here now. So 4 points. You done to one point of your hit points.
Jeez.
This guy's whacking your truncheon, but now you get does not prevent you from making your attack. Does not affect your attack. Go ahead and roll your 2. When you make your attack roll, Jeff, it'll ask if you want to do a full attack. Just click the scroll down menu to being yes. There we go. Holy shit. All right, so that's... Wow. All right. And it was the guy in front of you who you're shooting, or the guy behind? The injured
guy that's attacking me, yeah. The guy that's beating the shit out of me.
Look at this. 2 shots, and one of them, he staggers back. There's a scorch mark in his lapel of his uniform or whatever. All right, then. Sorry, I'm checking here. One thing, guys. Okay. You can see the look in his eyes too, Kildor. One of the things with this is both of you guys are wearing armor. Armor all comes with like a head, or a helmet kind of ceiling thing, but it's that sci-fi kind of like you hit it and it kind of, closes. The tech level in this is closer to like, I don't know. I think it's. I haven't played the game, so I don't know. But from what I see in Mass Effect, is kind of like that. There's a Star Wars-esque to it, but it's a little beyond that because it's a creation of 30 years after Star Wars, as well. But you can see the look in his eye, Killador. This is a combatant who's about to flee. Droman, what are you doing?
He starts humming the tune to a song he heard once in the old days. It's Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. And he's casting Grease right here.
Okay. You're using up all your spells today?
I have 2 after this left.
Okay.
Plus my friend's in danger.
Okay. All right. So let me move that. There we go. All right. So I got 2 reflex saves to make here. Let's see. It is right there. Here we go. 1, 2. Okay, so second one was the one in the front. So what happens, I think, in fiction is this guy, after he realizes how tough you are, like Kildor, you sort of take the hit and then fire twice at him with your laser gun, and he sort of is like, turns, and then there's this, again, that same magic word from behind Droman, and he slips and falls down prone.
Then I'll use my move action and pull out my little pew-pew.
Okay.
Go, ha-ha.
Nice.
That's it.
Now it's their turn. All right, so the one on the ground is... Now, let me check. Where's my DM screen? There we go. if standing from prone triggers attack of opportunity. Oh, there isn't that list here, so it's gotta be.
Okay, so I have one that and
Casting spells, using ranged weapons, or moving out of their range. That's what causes a attack of opportunity to. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. All right. There's only 3 things that trigger attacks of opportunity in this game. All right. So he's going to try and make a acrobatics check. He's going to that one on the ground. Kildor staggers to his feet as a move action, and he screams at the other guy, "Get the fuck out of my way!" And he would love to be able to make a guarded step, but he can't. So he's going to have to make a regular move. Let's see if he can do it first.
acrobatics check. Yeah.
Go. Yep.
Oh damn.
But no, Kildor or Kildor, you can now make an attack of opportunity if you like. So basically, make an attack with your dagger, and we treat it as bludgeoning damage, or survival knife as bludgeoning damage instead of.
Okay, yeah, like as if I'm hitting him with my rifle.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So you look at this. Wham! Staggers forward, and then moves into the. He's already made his. Well, he used 2 uses of spell, so I'll let him make a second one. Nat 20.
Oh my goodness.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's just pure adrenaline for that guy.
Oh yeah. He's just screaming like.
just see him going.
All right. Then the other one is going to. It's DC 10, right? Yeah. So he will move out of this, and he's going to try and wallop Droman.
I'm gonna shoot you right in your dick.
You little shit.
I'm gonna get hit.
Okay, here we go. And
Oh, I can use my reaction to increase
I got
your
it.
AC.
yes, you can. Yeah, but not.
Oh, it's
Not
not
gonna
enough.
help.
It's not enough.
And
yeah.
actually, you did use your reaction to do the attack of opportunity.
Oh, that's right. Right, it's a
Yeah,
reaction.
to slam that guy. So this guy runs past and hammers Droman for 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch. Bad and nose would be broken.
The guy at the back is once going to try and shoot you. I'm going to make a full attack. He's still firing down at you, and it will. You'll still have the benefit of the cover from where you're standing. So I need a 20 to hit you. There you go, guys.
Oh, not this time.
Okay. Then it is Kildor. What are you doing, Kildor?
I'm doing the same thing. I'm basically opening myself up to the danger of this guy by
Don't do that.
Okay.
just firing at him. Yeah.
He's actually going to hold. He's going to wait and see. If Droman tries to cast any more magic, he's going to brain him in the head. So you go ahead and make your attack.
This might not work out so well for him.
No, it won't.
It will, because I missed. And I got a 1 on the damage.
All
Good
right,
Lord.
so one of those. There's a laser fire going up and down this alley. He's trying to, push your gun aside. Then it is, unless you want to move.
No, because then I won't be able to protect
Droman. Okay,
Yeah.
Droman, what are you doing?
Should have moved, man. Should have moved. I'm activating my hyper ability.
Okay,
It means I get an extra move action this turn.
that's right.
I'm gonna take a guarded step down away from him,
Okay,
and then full attack with my pew pew.
okay. No, you can't full attack and.
I get an
Because
extra-
you're hyper. Yes,
Yes.
yes, you can. Yep.
Let's see.
Hyper. Click on hyper. Does it give you an extra move action, or does it allow you to move an extra
move
30?
action.
Move an extra move action.
sorry.
Okay, nice.
Hold on. I'm getting a lag here. There we go.
Okay. Yes, that's amazing. Okay, awesome. So yeah, you skitter back and then go ahead and make your attack.
Come on, dice gods.
Oh my goodness! Too horrible!
I would like to re-roll with action points.
So it's going to
Yeah.
cost you 2 because you got 2 rerolls then.
Yes.
Okay,
Is that okay with Calidor?
Yeah, do it. Yeah,
Okay,
it's hilarious.
so you
Those
get
were absolutely
2 astonishing
stinky.
portion left. Go ahead. Okay, now those are much better. Yeah, for 4 points of damage in total. Look at this. All right. No! He sort of gets tagged twice, or his scorch zips right past him. He likewise seems to break. Now I need to make a... let's see here. What's the duration of grease?
2 minutes each.
2 minutes each, okay. Ooh, that means if they get to the far side, you guys are having to make your way across. Let's see here. Yep. Problem. So that's 1, 2, 3. He gets over here. This other guy is moving out and is actually... So what's that? 1, 2, 3. And I need a second acrobatics check from this guy. They are... Yep.
Well, you know, it's a 10.
Yeah. Let's see, he was here.
I thought it was a 15, or that's only the initial one.
The initial one.
Oh, Kildor, you get your attack of opportunity as well, too.
Oh, yeah.
He can't take a guarded step, so...
I can brain him on his way out. Yeah.
As he's trying to go.
Knife. Here we go. Oh!
Exactly.
You
we got
slam
one of
him,
them.
wham! Hammers. You hammer him on the side of the head. He falls unconscious. Is he unconscious or is he dead? Your call.
I think he's knocked out.
Knocked out. Okay.
He turned to run, and I just sort of brained him on the back of the head with the...
Beautiful. All right, then it is the Yasaki's turn. So he once again is going to fire down the alleyway at you. Nope, neither of those hits. All right, then it is Kildor. What are you doing?
Well, I guess it's time to fire at this Yasaki. So let's see if I'm better than him.
Okay. There we go. I'll check his AC. Yeah, the shot.
Ooh.
Holy shit, nice shot. Yep.
18s.
18s, that's 5 and 8 damage. Wowzers. All right. You get one, like, one of them kind of hits up near his head, and the other one hits him square in the shoulder. You can see that the fight seems to have gone out of him as well.
Yeah, I don't think whatever they were trying to do to rough this like woman up was something to die over.
Yeah. Jeroman, what are you doing?
Doing something stupid.
Love it.
So now that there's a body in the grease, he's running forward. So I'm gonna get there before I move further and make an acrobatics check.
Okay. Now hold on. You take your full movement. So you're moving half of. If you're taking half of your move, then you can do it. Otherwise.
Yeah, no, I'm doing a move action to move half.
Half your movement. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So go ahead and make an acrobatics check, please.
Acrobatics. There. All right.
Yep. No problem.
Okay, so that's
one more square
15
you can move.
Here.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna fire at the little mouse guy. It's like, I told you to pick on someone your own size.
Okay. Go ahead. Hits the wall.
Trying to scare him off.
All right, so these guys start running down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can hear someone shouting from down there. It's probably the Yasaki. Open the door! Open the door! You can't see what they're shouting at. And then he will use an action, and then do that. And then I guess he'll use another move action to move up to here. Then it is Kildor.
Okay, I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna pick this dude up out of the oil.
Okay.
And just lean him against the building, maybe by this dumpster or whatever.
Yep. Okay. Droman.
Gonna move out of this and then into the next one.
Okay. Give us an acrobatics check here.
Fall on my face. Nope. I'm okay. Then I'm gonna here. I got 5 more feet to move. I see them. I see they're running.
They've got a substantial amount of cover if you're firing from there.
Yeah. He decides he's gonna help the person up.
Okay.
It was another
Are you
Isaki.
okay?
Yeah.
All right. So then what you can spy briefly, Droman, is at the other end of the... what there's parked there is a hover car. And it is a pretty nice-looking hover car. It has the door open, and the Yasaki and the human are jumping into there. Now, would you kindly give us a perception check, please? Okay. They are definitely getting in there, and if there's someone in there, someone else in the vehicle, you're not sure. All right, so then on their turn, they jump in, and you can hear as the door's being closed, the engine kind of rears up and then rolls forward, and these two go racing out of sight.
Yeah, there was at least a driver, it seems.
If only I had a frag grenade.
Now, the Isaki that you have, let's switch back to our more relaxed tunage here. So the Isaki woman who's on the ground is pretty beaten up. Like, let me show you a little art handout here of our friend.
Those dicks. I'll find you.
Where is she?
Or we'll find you.
No? Where is she? Where is she? I know I was looking at I wonder if they have the same clever naming issue that I do.
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. Here we go. Nope, no we don't. Supplemental? No. Okay, let's see. Am I missing something here?
At least we'll be able to find out who we pissed off.
Yeah. At least you only took 1 hit point of damage. I mean,
Yeah, that's okay. I'm okay with 1.
Here we go, here we go.
It's a short rest when you can use your
if you take
bar?
10 minutes. If you have 10 minutes, then you can spend 1 of your resolve points and you regain all of your lost stamina points. So this is what she looks like. And her name, you're going to find out in a moment here, guys, is Riddle. So as you pick her up, she's barely conscious when you do it. And she kind of, through sort of gritted teeth, as you're helping her up, I had him on the ropes.
Yeah, we just scared him off for you.
I appreciate it. Why don't you guys, each of you, give us a medicine check, please. I think you're both trained in medicine.
Oh yeah.
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 6 hands know exactly what to do to patch her up.
Wow.
Whoa.
Well, apparently he's more familiar with your anatomy than I am.
So, Kildor, what you can see is as she's getting up, the way that she's breathing in a labored way, and she kind of pinches as she's breathing in, she for sure has bruised, if not broken, ribs.
Yeah, I would tell her that.
Oh, she kind of nods. Yep, that feels about right.
I think they might have broken one of your ribs here, and I'll just, very carefully push to see if I can feel the bone, yeah.
And I think with your medicine check, you can feel like, fortunately, nothing broken, nothing fractured, just bruised, probably.
Okay. It seems as it's just bruised.
Good thing we stepped in when we did.
It's going to hurt for a couple of weeks.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm, sorry. Getting hit in the head makes one forget one's manners. My name's Riddle. What's your names? Strangers?
Killador.
Killador?
Yeah. I'm Droman.
Killador and Droman, well, thank you so much. She looks up and down. I can tell you're not locals, or I don't think you are, but, you know what, Ben? Are you fellas heading anywhere right now, or can I entice you to come back to my place of business where I can give you a proper thanks? And she spits a little bit of blood out.
Yeah, we do need to take a little bit of a breather, but we don't know no one here.
Well, she brings herself up. You do now. I'm Riddle, and I thank you for your assistance. Those fellas sure didn't want to. Well, hey, is that one of them over there?
He's not dead. We just, Kildor knocked him out.
Well, we'll leave that as a lesson. He is one of Dotrulo's boys. If you didn't kill him, doesn't mean that Dotrulo's going to be happy with you, but doesn't mean he's going to be swearing enmity against you, neither.
Well,
So,
makes me feel better.
though, if he's got anything on him, I'd take it off of him, if you're inclined to do such a thing. If Dotrulo's as remorseless as he's said to be, that boy's not going to need that stuff for much longer.
Well, look after Kildor. I got looting to do.
Okay. So what you find on him is his like gang suit or whatever is a type of armor, but not better than what you got already, Kildor. There's also a pulsecaster pistol with 20 shots in it and a tactical baton. I think you can find both of those in the compendium. Yep, pulsecaster pistol is... No, I can't show it to you guys, but if you do a search for it, it does 1d4 damage. It's non-lethal. It's a arc pistol that shoots out kind of a stunning beam without actually injuring them.
Does it target kinetic AC or energy?
Energy.
Yeah.
And then the tactical baton. Let's see here.
So how do I recharge my rifle?
You need new batteries. You can
Okay.
assume you've got 3 packs on you, though.
Oh, okay.
And I think each of them is 20 and each shot is 1.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so the tactical baton is 1d4 bludgeoning damage. That's really, it's just...
I will add tactical baton to my equipment.
So just drag and drop it from the compendium.
Hurrah.
Okay. So then Riddle says, well, we best not...
We can give Riddle the caster pistol. For
she
self-defense.
puts her hands up and says, no, you, if you want it, you keep it. I'm not touching that thing.
Okay. I put it in my pocket.
Okay. So add that in. Make sure you keep track of all your weight of what you're carrying. All right. So getting back to the wider map here, guys.
Kildor would take a moment to leave a note on the body.
What's the note going to be?
Something along the lines of, we spared you, but from the sounds of it, your boss may not be so kind. You may want to disappear, or so, something along those lines.
Okay. Trying to think how you would, because it's unlikely you'd have paper on you.
Oh, right. Do they have some kind of a? Well, then, if it's like more technology, like, would they have something on them that I could use?
You could take, like, I'm sure he's got everyone's got a comm unit, right? You could take his comm unit and leave him a note.
Yeah, like write it into his comm unit.
Does Drummond, are you trained in computer use or use computer?
I am excellent at computers.
Why don't you give us a use computer check, please?
Yeah.
And I rolled a 3.
Sorry.
But
I've been reading
12.
Star Wars Saga lately. Saga Edition. It's called Use Computers and that. So I've got 2 different games. That's not a great roll.
No, I rolled a 3, so...
Yeah. You want to...
I tell Kildor I left him the message. Let's go.
Yeah, good. I don't know the difference.
Where? Why don't you give us a...
Oh, boy. I left him the message. We're good.
Why don't you give us a bluff check there, Drummond, and a perception check, Kildor.
Shit. Yeah, I'm a really bad liar.
Sorry, not perception, sense motive.
I'm a really bad liar.
Wow. Sense motive. Oh, there it is. Oh, I'm really bad at tree. Yeah, but not this time.
No.
I know you too well.
I think what happens is he's fussing around with it with like 2 or 3 of his hands on it, and then it's kind of like swears something in the Skittermander tongue and tosses the thing down. And he's like, "Yeah, I left him the message," and it's obvious to everyone that no, he fucking didn't.
I'll try. Can you do it untrained?
No, you can't. Although
okay.
Riddle might be able to do it though. Because if you're trying to just like access, what I was getting you to roll for is just to access his phone.
Yeah. So what I'm going to say though is that Kildor picks it up and he fiddles with it for a bit, and he just fuck it, and he throws it on the ground and just stomps it and breaks it and walks away.
As a password.
Like he's trying, like he picks it up, like, and he's like, well, maybe I can do it, but he's useless, and he just smashes it.
Don't feel bad. He's gonna get what's coming for him. Look what he did to Riddle.
Yeah. So Riddle leads you down to, from the alleyway where you guys saved her from the true warriors, and number one is the arena there, guys. Number two is Riddle's shop. So the building, I guess what you see is there is an unilluminated, so turned off neon sign in the front window that reads "Adventures in Junk." And the building's interior features an eclectic mix of decorations. There's brightly colored posters showing cartoonish figures excitedly examining bits of a crashed starship. There's racks of mass-produced trinkets, such as little globes that display holographic names, and artistic statues crafted from a bit of metal debris that have been welded together. It has the mix of the impression, I guess, of a combination, like a tourist, like gift shop, and a travel agency. There are 3 desks that are spaced evenly across the floor, each with a computer terminal that faces 2 comfortable seats on the opposite side of that respective desk. And the air is stale, as if the place hasn't been opened in a few days. And she says, come on in. Make yourself at home. You want some coffee? Water? I got various carbonated beverages.
Water for me, please.
If you give me coffee, I will not sleep for a week.
All
yes,
right.
Please do not give my friend
I've heard that
Skatermanders
have a temperamental constitution. Let me get you a drink then, water, Drillman, or...
Yes.
All right. So she heads over, and as she does, you're able to look around, the shop a little bit. And what you can see is there are like brochures for, trips that are out to the Starship fields or the fields of scrap. There seems to be a difference between referencing the where is it here? The car yards, which seem to be within the city, and the what are they called here? The outer junk fields.
So Droman has no sense of tact in social situations, so he's looking at these like, Kildor, she's got maps where we want to go.
Great.
He says that loud enough for her to hear it.
Okay. Were you folks intending on taking in the sights here?
Yes.
Well, that's good to hear. Oh, she places the bottles of water next to you guys, and you can see that they've got little branded logos on it, Adventures in Junk, on the bottles themselves.
In junk or and junk?
Adventures in Junk.
So, Riddle, to be honest with you, it's not really adventure we're here to find in the junk.
Oh, she sits down. Oh. Is it riches and fortune?
We've heard that there are quite valuable treasures to be found out there.
Oh, indeed. Indeed,
the
there
adventure
is.
to find treasure?
You can find treasure out there. Though, in normal cases, I'd be happy to escort you out there. Just seems that my local troubles have been a mite worse than what I had initially judged them to be. Say, you boys, you said you're short of work.
Yes. We were going to the Coliseum to look for work.
What were you hoping to do at the Coliseum?
Whatever.
Y'all gladiators?
No. But there's usually people looking for our element of work around there.
Oh. Well, tell me, are you as good at finding people as you are at putting them down?
Well, he's really good at putting them down. I can make them fall down. But yeah, we can find things. Find things all the time.
Well,
Who's it you're looking for?
well, it's someone. If in your, tell me, either of you have any special expertise with respect to the scrap yards, the junk yards, in the outer junk fields, in the history of Kefik Depot?
Only a little.
Well, then it actually might be doing both of us a favor then if you find the missing customer that you kind of, she looks around and she says, you might not look at the sea right now, but I normally have several employees working for me in this fine institution. It's just there's a local troublemaker named Dotrulo. He brought his gang of muscle up here, and it seems that since I ain't willing to kick him any money, he didn't want me to be doing no business no more. As such, when I had my client, an android by the name of Vari 13, she went missing 2 days ago, and she seemed to really know what she was doing out in them fields. Had a real clear idea of what she wanted to see, not just a looky-loo. Seemed like she might have been looking for something in general. If you were looking for someone to help you understand what would be of value or what to find it, she might be a one to speak to, though she, of course, has gone missing. Now,
When did you last see her?
yesterday, we're supposed to meet up again, too, and I don't know if that... I don't know if this is Dotrulo's way of trying to get at me through my customers, but from when they were laying the smack down, they didn't mention her. And if they had done something with her, I would have thought that they'd be happy to rub that in my snout. Her whiskers kind of shake.
Do you know where she was staying?
I don't know where she was staying, I'm ashamed to say, but I bet if you ask around, she certainly was... she had this skinny as android, about medium height, with green braids and golden circuits that you could see through her skin. Real striking look to her. And strangers tend to stand out in our town. And someone is just uniquely looking like she does. I imagine there may be folks around here who might have seen that. I'd like to go and ask around myself, but the more I'm out, the more it gives Dotrulo an opportunity to, well, finish what his fellers started, if you follow my meaning.
We do.
Yep.
So, I'll tell you what, I don't want you to think that we don't do nothing and that I ain't grateful. What if, in addition to whatever help that she may be, and I can't speak for her, but she did seem like the helpful type, what if I paid you 500 credits each? 1,000 between the two. Starting GP, starting cash, guys, in the game is 1,000 GP. Or 1,000 credits, sorry, not GP. Would that be 500 credits each?
Definitely be worth the job. But you can give us a place to rest our heads while we're looking for her.
Well, yeah, you're looking at it. Without any customers coming in and without any staff, I really can't do much for business here. I can pull out a couple of cots and we can rustle up some food for you as well, too. And we got your coffee maker here. Gestures over the coffee maker.
That's fair.
This Killador looks like he can use a little break.
Yeah, I think we would spend some time here resting before we would go out.
You can assume that what you guys have done, this little chat that you've had with her, this would have been 10 minutes. So you can spend a point of a resolve point to recover your stamina. Now, I don't think that you can... I don't think you can spend or make a medicine check to actually restore hit points, but let me just see if that is the case here. I think you probably need a toolkit to do that in any event.
We've got our potions if we need it, but
Yeah, if it really gets that bad.
Well, and at this point, it's like 1 point. I mean, you said we recover 2 points every night.
Correct.
So at this point, I'm just sort of like a normal day's worth of tough work injured. Is the way I think of a point or two of damage would be like, I don't know, normal wear and tear of a day. You know, if you had a hard job or a tough job, because that's sort of normal healing every night.
So here's what you can do. Once per day, you can treat deadly wounds. You can use medicine to restore hit points to a living wounded creature. This takes 1 minute, and the DC is based on the medical equipment used. If you succeed in the check, you restore 1 hit point per level or CR of the creature you're treating. So it would restore 2 hit points to you. If you exceed the DC by 5 or more, you add your intelligence modifier to the amount healed. You can receive this treatment only once every 24-hour period, unless it's delivered by a medical lab, in which case it's twice per day. Oh my gosh, no, it says at least twice per day.
Okay, so we don't have any. So what is it if you don't have any equipment?
Well, you know, and again, we can assume, because you guys, do you both have points in medicine, or only one of you?
I think I do have points in medicine.
I don't have points. I can only do untrained.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna check to see if we can do your treat yourself. You know, let's say you can treat yourself, and then we'll worry about that afterwards. Why don't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a one shot, so we're talking about 1 hit point here.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, honestly, see, I always find that like the simulationistness of this game could almost be carried to the point of it matters where you got injured, whether you could treat it yourself. I mean, at least that's the way I always think of it, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Well, why don't we do this? Let's say you give yourself a DCs are in chapter 7. Okay,
you could always just increase the DC a little bit.
Yeah,
too.
so I'm finding the kit. There is a first aid. I think it's a first aid kit. Med kit is what it's called, maybe. Basic med kit. Here we go. DC 25.
Yeah, it's really hard anyway.
Yeah, so it's quite challenging. So let's see here.
Yeah,
there's no consequence for failure.
I don't think I can do it because my bonus is a 4.
Can I assist him?
Oh. You have to be trained in order to assist.
Oh, darn.
And that's only
so
for
I guess we
things.
can say, like, basically if I roll a 20, then it would help.
Yeah. That's what we got, 20s in the dice.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Okay. So, yeah, you treat yourself up, but it's more, cosmetic stuff. You're feeling just a little bit. Maybe that hit that you took from the baton is maybe a little like, oh, dang it. I'm going to have a headache for a little while now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys have any questions for Riddle as she does manage to rustle you up a little bit of food here?
How long has this the True Warrior has been hounding her?
The True Warriors in the Do Trulo?
Mm-hmm.
That is a few months back. And you boys know what a showbat is?
No, I don't speak lingo like that.
Why don't you guys give us a culture check?
This related to outlaw stuff?
This is not related to outlaw stuff, no.
Darn.
He's a giant. But
yeah, so you guys are both. Showbats are one of the more common species here, and I think that I've actually got a showbat here.
When you were describing the place, didn't you say they were giants?
They're giants. 4-armed giants.
And that's what Trillo is?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Dutrillo is a showbat.
Dutrillo. Uh-oh.
So this is what showbats look like, guys.
Oh, I fought these before, I think. That looks so familiar, that picture. Did you use them? Did you use these in a different game we played?
I've used show beds in a lot of things because I fucking love show beds.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. I'm pretty sure I've seen this picture
As I said,
a picture like this before.
I can't remember if I said it when we got on the stream, but like the when I got the adventure from Paizo, as part of my subscription thing, I was reading it and I'm like, man, like where was this adventure a while ago? Because like this is everything about this adventure has shit I love. Like,
yeah, totally.
It's set on Akiton, it's got show beds in it. So what she says, yeah, this Dotrulo is a showbad who came to town to put pressure on the junk tourism agencies to pay him protection money. It's not the first time that one of them have tried here. It just he seems to be the one who seems to be the most successful. He is smart enough to not touch the big money tourism, and he's just squeezing us small folk for the pennies that can be taken. We're a tough bunch, but usually when some goon tries this racket, they get thrown out of town. Kefak Depot is not known for its, weak sorts. But Dotrulo bought a gang of muscle, the true warriors. And they aren't afraid of busting us up, as you may have noticed.
They got afraid pretty quickly when we got here.
Well, I figure they're most like most bullies. Once they find someone who will stand up to them or be as tough as them, they'll run off. Just seems that Dotrulo and his kind are quite tough. I don't think I didn't appreciate your offer of the gun from before, but more likely than not, knowing Dotrulo as I do, that would just invite a much more harsh response. There's a reason I ain't trying to pick a fight with him yet.
Got to get yourself a big friend like me.
Well, that's how things are brought together, aren't they? I truly think Abadar may be smiling down on our transaction here. Then, most other places have been paying Dotrulo, but that just seems instead of making him pacify, makes him bolder. He's setting himself up to be the boss of all crime in Kefak Depot. And even though he's paid off or run off all my guards, there's no way I'm going to be giving him what he wants. No way. And she kind of smiles a bit through, blood-stained teeth. Well, tell you what, if, what can I tell you? Again, because he didn't, those thugs didn't mention Vari 13, I don't think that Dotrulo knows about her yet. So you may have that advantage. The other thing I might suggest is folk in Kefak Valley or Kefak Depot. I suppose you ain't from here. You boys know what a Kefak is? Are either of you guys trained in life sciences?
No.
So
No. Okay. So she says, well, picture a nasty and ill-tempered territorial bug with two nasty serrated claws and a nasty pair of biting teeth that enjoys chewing on metal and on recovered plastics. Well, those things are where we get our... those things are Kefaks, and that's where we get our name. And they can grow to about as big as we are, Drummond. Now, it also just so happens that this is the breeding season for Kefaks. So if you find yourself... if this takes you into, say, the car yard or into the outer junk fields, just keep an eye out for them Kefaks.
I have a very important question.
Of course.
Do they lay eggs?
They lay eggs, indeed.
Killador, we must get me an egg. I can feed him all the junk we find, and I can ride him.
Oh, they don't get... They're about our size.
I still think I can ride him.
if you say, maybe you're better with them critters than what most are.
I don't even know what they are, but I want one.
Well then,
how many arms do they have?
The Kefex? Well, 2 nasty claws, and then a whole mess of legs. And armored cotton.
Yes. I want one.
Well, they're certainly in abundance this time of year, so if that's what you want, then you're likely to find it. Oh, listen, you know what? I got something useful for you, too. Hold on. And she kind of heads in the back and you hear some banging around. And then she brings back a thing that looks like it's kind of looks like a shield with a bunch of interlocking plates on it.
Ooh, shiny.
And she says, this here, not sure if you can make use of this, but I ain't going to make use of it. And I had a customer leave it behind. You know what a breakaway Aegis is? So what a breakaway Aegis is, guys, is you need a hand free to hold this thing. And then as a reaction, when you're hit by a melee attack from an opponent that you can see, you can use the Aegis to absorb some of the blow. It negates 5 points of damage. However, it causes the Aegis to fall apart, and then you need to spend 10 minutes assembling it back together again before you use it again.
Is Drummond proficient with that?
This does not require any proficiency. It's actually a technological item, not a shield.
Oh, interesting.
So you do need a free hand to hold it, but Drummond is blessed with hands.
Yeah,
So-
that's one of his greatest strengths.
I would like this thing.
You
Okay.
should use it for sure.
Can I interpose it between Killador and somebody attacking him?
You cannot. It's on you.
Darn. Yes, I will use this.
Okay. So
thank
this
you
is
very
not.
much.
It's from the module, not from the thing. So you're going to have to just add it as a separate item. It's called a breakaway Aegis.
Oh, it is in the compendium.
No kidding.
Yep.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, that's dope.
I love it when that happens.
100%. Yeah.
Okay, I've got my first official bulk now. Everything else was just light.
I can't remember how many items. There's 5 items that make up 5 light. Any other
3,
questions
4,
for Riddle before you guys decide to embark out into Kefek Depot?
Does she feel like these guys will be back for her today?
I'm going to lock up and hide in here.
Okay.
Hopefully not, but if you're planning on staying here tonight, then I'll be here to let you back in.
Okay. We'll like knock this way to get in.
Yeah.
Sounds good. And I think I'm picturing that Droman does kind of a like shaving a haircut knock, but it's with use of all 6
All
hands.
6 hands.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
just,
Slightly offbeat tempo.
exactly.
That's what I was
She's
thinking.
like, yeah, I'll remember that one. All right. So then, well, you guys are fresh in town. Within the span of half an hour, you've made a friend and got yourself a job. Not a bad
to a
start to
scrap.
your
Yes.
trip to Kefek Depot. All right, so let's. Why don't we do this, guys? So I see we're at our mid-session time right now. Why don't we take our mid-session break now, and then we'll come back and talk about kind of how we're going to mechanically model your, investigation.
Cool.
Cool. All right, we'll be back momentarily. Okay. All right. Sorry we had to look up so much stuff tonight, too.
That's fine.
Yes, I really thought I remembered more about the game than I did. It just, I think I'm second guessing myself on so many of the things.
Yeah, it's fun playing a system I don't know very well. Like, can I do that? I'm going to do it anyway. Let's see what happens.
Exactly. All right. Yeah, it's the module itself is a pretty fun module. And it's nice that it's one of the longer ones that they've published for Starfinder, and then there's a follow-up one that kind of takes you, I believe, to 8th level. So it's two nice little kind of done-in-one modules.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So then, with you guys recovered, here's what we can do. It's basically the investigation of you guys going around or wandering around Kefak Depot is going to be it's going to be effectively like a skill challenge. So they give some examples for skills that might model this stuff, and then as you gain successes or failures on this, then things will happen. So examples they give are like bluff checks. You can try and like lie to people and try and somehow pass yourself off of something you're not. You can use computers to check the local infosphere. That's one of the things that I think is pretty cool about playing in a sci-fi setting, is that you've got like your characters walk around with effectively smartphones that you can make a pretty effective use of. Culture can maybe help you recall stuff about Kefak Depot in general that may have been of interest to the android, if what her interest was the history here. Diplomacy is just, going around talking to people in town, seeing what they know. Intimidate, going around and demanding that what you find out what people know. Perception, just you snooping around trying to get some kind of piece of physical evidence. Or if you've got a profession, that might apply. I think your professions are respectively outlaw and street rat.
Yep.
Or anything else that you guys can think of. So we can, and we're going to structure this just like it's a narrative kind of, what do you call it? A narrative skill challenge. Let me see if there's anything else you need to be aware of right now. Your adventures in so far. You didn't ask anything about. I think nothing else right now.
Well, like just sort of the feeling we were getting from Riddle was like she didn't know a lot of the personal things about Fairy 13, right? So
no.
So it wasn't worth prodding her about stuff. So that's just where Kildor was thinking.
Okay.
Well, Droman's first instinct is like go to the local data sphere and see if anybody's seen an android matching that description.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Or just like maybe there's some way to at least narrow down where she's been or places to go and sort of shake some trees.
Sure. Mm-hmm. So then why don't you give us a computers check there, Droman? Link into the local infosphere.
I can't roll words to save my life.
Wow.
No,
That's a 4.
Wow.
4.
You want to spend a point of astonishing fortune to re-roll that?
I would, because that's just ridiculous.
That would be nice to roll better than 4. Oh my goodness!
I rolled a 1.
Oh my goodness!
All right.
Amazing.
Yeah, maybe you.
Somebody's like coded her history. We can't find it.
Well, I think that what you quickly find. Yeah.
Droman is making this up on the spot. He's like, nope, they're blocking access. Something big's going on. I can't find her because they're stopping me. It's a conspiracy.
I don't think we need to roll. I think for sure that he's lying. Again, Eldor. Some more perennial fabrications from our favorite Skeeterbander technology.
Yeah.
Okay,
so you can just admit that the sand is messing with you.
No. It's a conspiracy.
Yeah. Kildor, what are you thinking?
I'll have to do this my way. So I think we start heading to some of the more divey bar-looking places, and I'm going to basically rough up slash intimidate some of the weaker looking characters that look like they're part of the underworld, but clearly the bottom feeders, you know, like the guys that are easily scared, right?
Yeah. The guys with the shittiest true warrior.
Yeah, exactly. Like even just someone who's walking around with a rifle like I've got on my back already probably intimidates them, you know. Let alone once I start speaking to them.
Sure.
Before you do that, Droman's like, we're pretending, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't.
So go ahead.
So intimidation?
Yeah.
All right. There, that's how you roll a dice.
Yeah.
Come on, John.
That's awesome.
Scaring the Skittermander.
All right, so we cut to a scene of you talking to a let's say it's a Yasaki, actually, another Yasaki, and what he tells you, this is going to be down in, let's see,
I'm imagining some kind of dive bar like place, you know, something.
yeah.
Smells of
Well, and I'm almost picturing, I mean, I don't know if either of you guys have ever been to like Jamaica or a country like that, where just looking at this place, it looks like they would have bars like they have there, where it's just sort of like some guy scraped together a bit of a hut, put a metal roof over it, and has, you know, a couple of fridges with cold beer in it and a few bottles on a shelf in the back, and it's like a sort of ramshackle bar place.
Yeah.
smells like gasoline and moonshine.
A little south of the arena is where you find this, and this little Yasaki. You'd heard from a couple of other people that you sort of leaned on Killador, that he seemed to, you know, he saw. They thought they saw someone matching that description. You know, vibrant green hair and golden circuitry coming through her skin. So you're at this place, and at first this little Yasaki is clearly, and I think he's almost like completely black furred with a little bit of like a white or grayish tuft in the front. He's got a glass eye, but or some kind of like translucent material eye. And at first he thought, when you thought you, I don't know, how do you think you would approach? Are you immediately like,
I feel like our intimidation is the intimidation that we're using. Like, I love the images that you've got for this game today, and I think that we both look like clearly off-worlders and potentially even quite a lot more powerful than our only 2 levels would truly betray, but like we look badass. So I think a lot of it is like, we're important people from off-world. We are looking for our friend, this android, like the intimidation is like, you don't even know what you're messing with if you get in our way from finding her.
Okay.
It's not necessarily like we're gonna kill you. It's more just like, you're messing levels above. Like, if you're afraid of this show bad guy,
in the film version, it's the like divey bar where suddenly like the person in the suit walks up and then starts.
Exactly.
Yep. Yeah. Awesome. Love it. Okay. So you walk up to this guy, and he kind of he's cleaning one of his glasses off, pushes some of the dust off of the countertop. He yells at one of his regulars who's sitting in the corner. It's a old, like very, very old Hilky woman who's kind of hunched over on this thing, and she's reading something on a data pad that's got a crack through. You can barely see anything. And then you suddenly walk up to this thing, and Droman.
Maybe we even got his name from someone else.
Yeah. Do you have an
idea
for his name?
Intimidate him. They have like simple names. These little mice.
Like Riddle was one of the Yasaki you met.
Yeah, maybe his name is like I'm thinking something like Looter or
yeah, could be. Okay. So and can we call him Lou? For sure.
Yeah, Lou.
Yeah. So there's a little sign hanging over this thing called Looters, And he, he is, and you can tell that everything is built to accommodate Yasaki if they want to, because there's like 2 or 3 little steps that go up to each of the stools as well. They're set with there so you can easily scramble up. So when you walk up and stand there, Droman can kind of skitter up and plunk himself down as well. And Lou turns and looks up and then looks way up.
Well, howdy there. Are you thirsty, son? We got lots of drinks for you. For either of you, if you like.
We don't have time for your drinks today, Lou.
I got a little time.
Do we know each other, sir?
We know who you are.
Oh. He has a look on his face where it tells you that he knows, knowing himself, that that's never a good thing for Lou.
Yeah, totally.
So Lou is kind of like, oh no. Oh.
We're looking for our friend. An android. Named Vari13.
Look, I'm painted up with Dotrulo.
This isn't about Dotrulo's business. Don't worry about him.
His little paws get small. It ain't?
No.
What is?
We don't work for him.
You don't?
We're looking for our friend.
You don't? He goes through a roller coaster of emotions there where he first thinks, oh, thank God they don't. And then like, oh God, it's someone worse than Dotrulo.
Yeah.
So, who's your friend you're looking for?
An android named Vari13.
Oh.
Very distinct.
The green-haired one.
Yes. We've heard that you may have seen her.
She's been stopping by for a libation, but I ain't seen her not today. Not today at all. But I know where she's staying, though. I know where she's staying.
Well, why don't you share that with us?
She's staying at Ixamander's throne.
Ixamander's throne.
That is... Let me reveal that for you guys. Once I find it. Where? Yeah, oh, there it is. Let's go to GM's layer. Right over here, guys. Right over there. And as far as like mid-range hostiles and here go, Ixamander's throne is probably not the worst place to stay. I swear, I don't know anything else. I ain't seen her. If I do, I'll tell her to... Who should I tell her to be? He's looking for her?
I wonder if I have like a... I don't know what, like, would there be any kind of equivalent to a business card or a ship or something?
You could like pull up your what do you call it? Your comm unit, and then it's going to like flick over, and then it would have the contact information go on.
Yeah, and it would be like the name of our space group or whatever. Like it would be like our card of our normal crew.
Okay. So it appears on his thing. Bing, you hear it? Look at that. I'm serious. Next level sound effects.
Yeah.
So yeah, it goes up. All right, I'll reach you there. I ain't heard of you guys before. Are you out of Maru?
What planet would we say we're out of?
I mean, you could
or anything. I don't know.
That's the town you came from, so you may be thinking you're like another rival. That's apparently where Dotrulo came from. And the true warriors. He may think
right.
you're...
I think we would say something like a different planet, though. Maybe something a little more
if you want to
not on its back heels.
Let's see here.
Like
what would you want to be? Absalom Station could be... it could be... If you're an elf, Castravel is the planet. It's sort of like a jungle, dinosaur-filled planet with elves and Lashunta and a bunch of other species on there. Elves are sort of, it's just like in a lot of other settings too. They're sort of, seen as magical and whatnot and secretive.
Yeah, I think that's what we would say then. Castravel.
Yeah. And maybe you say it with a very thick accent.
Elven,
Now,
yeah.
The funny thing is, your character is actually he's a variant, one of the variant species. It's a forlorn elf. Is someone who didn't grow up on Castrovel. So it's interesting that you could be like playing up the accent. He wouldn't know one way or the other, probably.
Yeah, right. He totally has no idea.
Yeah. All right. So then,
I think that would just be the first place that would come to my mind to be,
yep.
above and beyond his pay grade kind of thing is what we're trying to play up here. So
Okay. So then, unless there's anything else you want to get from Lou,
well, since you've been so helpful, what libations was Vari 13 having while she was here? We'll take 2 of those.
all right. So he pours 2 drinks for you as well. They have kind of a, if you can picture like an oilier version of whiskey, that's sort of what it looks like. It's got that amber kind of color to it, but it's definitely got a strange rainbow hue to it, and that clings to the side of the glass. And maybe that's because the glass isn't clean, or maybe it's because it's the hooch that's in there.
Drummond dips it like a claw in there and looks at it, and it's good. Then he starts drinking it.
Okay.
Yeah. I see why she was coming here.
I kind of, well, thank you.
And I'll slam mine back.
Wham, wham.
Drummond pulls up his commute and goes, looters, 4 stars.
This is a tourist destination, so yeah, it for sure would kind of. You're the first person to judge this location.
You like had to add it to the app.
Exactly. All right. So then, where would you guys like to try, or what would you like to try next?
So we know where she was staying.
Yeah. Do you have any? I don't have very good social skills other than intimidation, and I think we should use something.
Well, let's say you know how good he is at bluffing.
Yeah.
It's about as good as at all social skills.
Okay. What about investigation though, or perception?
Suck at perception. I need to sneak in somewhere, like pilot a ship. Physical sciences.
Oh. Well, maybe we sneak into
sneaking her
and try and get into her room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
I do have disguise as a spell, so disguise self.
I think you still got 1 spell slot left for the day, right?
And your spell cache. So yes.
What does your spell cache look like anyway? What are you thinking?
That's a good question.
Well, I'll just think about it. You don't need an answer, we don't need an answer just yet because it's not coming on camera just yet.
Yeah.
But so, what are you guys thinking? Stealth. That's what we're gonna try.
Yeah, I think we try and sneak in and.
Okay. So then, who would like to make the check?
I think that
this one I will let. I guess not to interrupt you. Sorry, Jeff. And not to take away from John's thought too. Your disguised self. If you want to make use of that whatsoever too, I'll let you tell us what you have in mind for that, and then that might affect how many successes you get.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking that. Let's see. How is your stealth decent?
Yeah, I think we're both. My stealth is a 3. It's being brought down a little bit from my armor.
Yeah, mine's a 6. But
yeah, I think we should run like a sort of like. I'll try and create a bit of a distraction in the lobby. You sneak in. We'll run like a 2-person play here, and you try and find the room and see what you can find in the room.
Gotcha. How could I use that? Yeah, I think a distraction and sneaking in would be the best thing to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we fail, I could try to disguise myself as her if we have a good image of her, and then just waltz in normally.
Okay. So
I see. If you weren't trying to use your actual thing.
Well, that disguise self is more of a if I need to. I'd rather not use my spell.
Yeah. I say we just try and stealth in.
Oh no, I can't make myself look like her. I'd be really short.
So one of the things I will point out that Droman can do. He has what's called a magical hack. It's one of the things you get as a Technomancer.
Oh, dude.
Yours is quick scan.
Oh, yeah, I can.
This is what quick scan does. As a standard action, you can get a general sense of what information's in the unit. So, for instance, if you were trying to figure out where she's staying, like what room, this may give you a way of accessing, getting a sense of what computer it might be in, and in a place like this, like it's unlikely to be more than like a specific unit.
Okay.
So this isn't. Oh, go ahead. If you got another way of thinking of getting that information of what
No,
room...
this is good. So like, yeah, I'm basically distracting the front desk person. You're using the fact that you're tiny and fast and good stealthy. Sneak behind the counter. Use your quick scan to find out what room she's in.
Okay.
And then we can go check it out.
So how do you see the deception of the front desk kind of going here?
Yeah, well, I'm just imagining like just a lot of questions. Like, I don't want to make it. It's not like a major deception. It's more just like, about the rooms, about the the amenities.
Okay, so
the price.
I think...
Like, I'm just sort of, and then like when they tell me the price, I want to see like, is there any deals? Is there any discounts? Like, just sort of a lot of questions, right? I'm just keeping them busy. I'm not necessarily trying to like.
So I think what we'll do is we'll treat this as an aid another.
Yeah.
Check. So all you need is a DC 10 for this, and failure won't do anything. It just won't help Droman out. And from the way you described it, I think that's kind of a fast talk. I think it's a bluff.
Yeah. Even though I'm not necessarily lying, I'm trying to keep their attention.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
So just go ahead, give us a DC 10 bluff check, please.
Here we go. 50-50.
Here we go. Come on. Yes! Awesome. So you walk into this place, and the way I'm picturing it is, like the motel that we see in Highlander that the Kurgan is staying at, where there's that like doofus behind the kind of desk and that dingy little like entryway. And so that's sort of what that, but like very well lit and very lots of like drab and kind of washed out colors. You walk in and there is a tubby, heavily tanned human who is sitting behind the desk in there, and he seems to be watching something on like a trid unit, and then sees you come in, and what do you say?
Oh, good day, sir.
He looks you up and down.
You got any empty rooms?
Looks you up and down again. Empty rooms. What are you? Kind of gets up.
Places for an elf to stay.
Yeah, we got places for you to stay.
Do you have any suites?
What do you mean by suites? And
Sort of nicer rooms.
Goes
Fancier
on like this.
Rooms. Yeah, so, and it's just like.
You start,
I think I don't let him answer like I try to keep him just going, right?
It's like talking to a little kid where like every answer just triggers another fucking question.
Totally. Yeah.
All right, so that means you get +2 to your stealth check here, Droman. So why don't you go ahead and give us a stealth check?
So is the let's roll it and see what happens. Dice gods
Nat
hate
one!
me.
Oh my god!
Shall we burn the last one?
Nat one.
I'm burning the last one. Let's roll.
Do it. Oh my goodness!
Holy smokes!
Woo!
This is some of the
11.
worst rolling I've ever seen.
I've not rolled above a 9.
So
entire session.
Oh my goodness! So you get yourself into the back of you sort of sneak past, and you find there's another entrance to get in here. Let's see.
You can just picture him. He's like skittering on all 8 of his legs, and he's like trying to think he's stealthy, but he's like right out in the open, and everybody can see him.
Is Droman
I'm in the Mission Impossible theme.
Is he trained in sleight of hand?
He is.
Okay, give us a sleight of hand check. Okay, so he's able to quickly, using his high-tech lock picks, the door to the thing opens. You're talking to this guy the whole time. Droman you get yourself back. Get ready to close the door. You turn and make your way over, and there is, as I mentioned, turned away to the side of this guy is where this this unit that he was watching, whatever his shows were on that, the amazing Zipzop, the impressive slow motion close-up magician that has been taking the pack world by storm. And then he's in the midst of talking to you, Kildor. You get yourself over to the computer, and then let's see your DC. Is it a engineering roll or mysticism roll that you need to make here for your quick scan? Let's see here. They can attempt a will save to negate it. I see. Okay, so no, you're pretty much able to get this. So I think you get the information for what room she's in, but then as you're talking to this guy Kildor, you hear a bing behind on the thing, and he turns just in time to see Droman in there, and he's like, hey, what are you doing back here?
Ohana means family, and then everyone.
Okay. So if you turn and while you're trying to get to the door, I'm assuming you didn't leave the door open, so we're actually gonna roll initiative here.
Nice. I like it. I'm totally gonna try to cause a major kerfuffle here too.
Didn't Stitch from Lilo and Stitch have 6 arms when he first landed in the planet? He just sucked him into his side.
I'm not too sure. Okay, let's.
So Stitch is a Skittermander from space.
Yeah, maybe. I've never watched that one.
No.
We go where?
Oh no, he had 4 arms and 2 legs.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, you have 8 total limbs.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll just use this for him for now. Oop, I'm put the right layer.
Your rolls have been amazing. Oh, he's awesome. There he is, cowboy.
Okay, at a turn. So did you click on your token and click on initiative?
Oh yeah, right.
I mentioned this before stream, but it gives me a chance to make use of my alien archive.
So
Holy smokes!
I decided what his spell cache is. It's that stethoscope thing he's got on his chest, and he was using it to scan it, and it suddenly dinged like it got the information. It was like, forgot to mute it.
That's great. I'll give you a point of astonishing fortune back for that. That's really good. All right, so this guy spins around. First up is Killidor. What are you doing, Killidor?
So is there anything on the counter? There must be something on the counter. I'm assuming there's I don't know.
Yeah, like an improvised weapon, you mean?
No, yeah, but just anything. He's just gonna go, what? He's gonna throw out his arms and try to knock something off, like pamphlets, pens, whatever, any garbage, anything
sure.
that's, just basically, and I'm gonna say, what's that thing?
Okay, so why don't you give us a bluff check, please. Let's see how you do.
Oh my god! He sees that we're together.
You guys are the worst. For characters who have pretty decent stealth. It's incredible. Oh my god! What is that thing?
Yeah, what is that thing?
Oh my god! I've never seen one before.
Ah. So
it's probably more like I whisper your name under my breath. What is that thing?
Droman, get out of here.
Yeah, get out of here.
Droman, what are you doing?
Using my fleet ability to dart to the door and try to get it open. He's pulling when he should be pushing, and then he's like, oh.
Okay, so you race the door and you throw the door open. That's about all you can do that round. Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, you, and comes running over. He's going to try and grab you.
Oh, don't grapple with a Skittermander.
Here we go. He actually misses. I think you're CM.
And I was going to say, I could probably... Oh no, we're not necessarily side by side.
CMD is 21. No, unfortunately, you guys are sort of farther away because he would have had to run further into the. I'm picturing the door a little further back in the room.
Yeah.
There's this. It's a crap. I mean, to call it a room is really like a disservice to a closet because that's really the size of this little thing. But Droman, he runs in and sort of the door gets between you and him, and he's like, "Get out!" And you're able
I think I'm pulling it open with 2 hands and the other 4 going.
Okay. Killador, what are you doing? Really should have brought that stun pistol, eh?
I mean, now that we're in this scene the way it is, I'm so much considering like doing the like lean over the counter and try to take a room key for the room, but I don't know what room it is, I guess. So I can't really.
I mean, you can just grab the unit probably. You're
like grab the room key unit or whatever.
Yeah, just give us an athletics check. Let's see if you can hop over, grab it, and get out of there.
Yeah, like fly over the, like lean way over the counter and grab the thing. So acrobatics?
Yeah, give us, no athletics. Depending on how you're doing this, if you're trying to like hurdle over it, it's gonna be athletics. If you're tumbling through the thing and then trying to roll out, it'll be acrobatics.
Yeah, like I'm thinking more like, I mean, they're both the same roll, so I just imagined it more like he's doing it more acrobatically than athletically.
Okay.
He's just trying to make it's more, I mean, it's kind of a comedy scene here.
Holy smokes. You just
Roman's jealous.
You sort of sigh, you lean forward and you easily roll through like as if you're a trained gymnast. Grab the thing and then you walk over and without looking you just sort of fall backwards and roll back through the hole and you've got this you've got the complete unit now.
Yeah.
Droman, what are you doing?
Droman sees this happening while he's trying to flutter away. He's like, he's stealing your keys, and he runs out the door.
Give us a bluff check.
What?
So you can feint this guy.
Why would you sell me out? Just because your rolls suck. That's why.
Droman's jealous. Yes, he is.
Okay, so he is close enough to get an attack of opportunity on you.
Uh-oh.
And he is going to try and whack you there, Droman.
He's going to pop you in the head.
12 against your KAC, which is 1
13,
shy.
yeah.
So he manages to sort of like hit the back of your Kasatha bead armor. And you're like, whoa! But you're able to get away?
Yep, just...
Okay, so you're racing past Kildor, and it's his turn. It would not be an Akatonian small town without this guy running over, and he pulls out shack, a big gun.
Shit.
But I think that's all his actions for the turn. I don't think he gets a chance to use it until after. Kildor, what are you doing? You're still in the lobby of this thing. There's a door leading outside.
Yeah. So the other door, like, I'm assuming, like, leads to the hallway of rooms. I'm just wondering if because I mean, if I run past him, like, he's just going to...
stairs leading up, and there's also a door leading out. So if you want to just try and, like, he's logged into this thing, so you'll have access. It's just a matter of a fairly simple computer's role to find where this information is.
Yeah, like, I'm thinking of... Well, I'm just thinking, like, get out of there, not run past him with a shotgun or whatever type weapon in his hands, right? So
if you run outside or if you run up the stairs, you will be out breaking the line of sight, so he won't get a shot off on you.
Yeah, I'm thinking... Yeah, we could come back. The problem is coming back later, he's going to be here anyway. So, I mean, it's not like I'm going to get to look around the room, though, if I run upstairs. So, yeah, I'll run out the door. I'll try and run out the door. Yeah.
All right. Droman, what are you doing?
Running out the door. Just beating feet, use his speed as fast as he can, duck around a corner.
All right, so you guys can hear the sound of some kind of energy discharge from inside. The glass or the plasteel, whatever, for the door explodes out. And you can hear him shouting as you guys are running out. The people that you see in the street who don't seem to react to this seem to think that this is sort of par for the course. What I'm going to ask you guys to do, what's your plan here? Are you just going to...
He's got a gun, run!
The actual plan, this is what I actually think, is like, so I've got this key thing that I can give to D that he can operate.
You can picture what you've grabbed is like a modern like desktop computer unit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like literally like this place has to have like another door, like a side door, a back door.
It's a pretty
like,
big structure. Yeah, you can run.
yeah,
around.
like run around to the side door and like go in the room right now while he's like at the lobby, freaked out, looking for us. Like,
Yes.
All right, so
you know what room it is, so
okay.
or I hope you do.
So let's
I
do
don't
this.
know.
Why don't you guys
Go right now.
One of you guys give us a stealth check. Let's see if you can get away from this guy.
Would you like to roll or should I?
I think it's your due. Your due.
Okay.
There's no way you roll a 1 again. Come on, roll 20. Don't let us down. Don't let us down. Oh my
God.
goodness!
I rolled a 5.
So you guys get back, and you
my
find out sort of
word.
a like maybe there's a couple of vehicles, like wheeled vehicles that are parked here.
Yeah.
If you can picture sort of like a cross between like a, I don't know, like a sci-fi kind of like Land Rover thing, but crossed with like the Beverly Hillbillies jalopy. That's
Yeah.
what these things are parked out front. You run over to one spot, you duck down between the two vehicles, and you're like, all right, come on, look. And Droman, you're getting this thing scrolled up. All right. Give us a computers check, please. Oh my god!
Oh, how are you doing
I
it?
would like to re-roll that if you.
Yeah,
Before
re-roll
the
that
Astonishing
one.
Fortune, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's a 2. Come
Hilarious.
on, roll 20.
There you
go.
The first time I rolled anything above a 10.
Oh,
All right.
yes.
So you're scrolling through, and you're like,
So
Here it
he's
is.
like hyperventilating, and then he
Yeah.
goes,
No, I imagine you're like using your bottom hands or your top hands, and you're like, you like shake them off and start using a different pair of hands to
bad hands.
So yeah, and after cracking all 3 sets of your hands,
Yeah.
back to it, you find it, and you both sort of look at each other, and is I think you tell me if I got this wrong. Kildor sort of puts a hand up, and you hear a tap 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 as 6 high fives hit you, and then there is the sound of that blaster going off. It explodes in front of you because you tanked your stealth roll. Would you each give us a reflex check, please? A reflex save.
Reflex.
Holy shit! I was due for that.
Nice,
is
nat
it?
20. Okay.
Where's reflex? Oh, there. I found it. Never
Yeah.
mind. There.
13. All right. So you both only take 1 point of damage from the shrapnel that flies up around you. What do you guys want to do now? He seems to be there, and he's reloading this thing.
Oh God. What if we?
So where you know she is, this is a second story thing, but you can picture this like I'm picturing that this place is. Imagine if you built a hotel out of shipping containers. That's
Right.
kind of what this place is like. So you've got like there are cubicles to live in, but they're not great, and they're all accessible from both inside and outside the building.
I think we try to give him I think we try to give him the runaround. Like I think we try to get him to chase us and like run around the building and get back here before him and get in there and get into the room. Like if we can get far enough ahead of him,
Yep.
we can make it back to the hotel and get inside and try and check this room.
Okay.
So maybe there's like a signal I give D, like, let's give him the runaround, like
Okay.
and then we'll take off running around the sort of little hotel block.
Are you going
or
together, or
whatever.
are you guys splitting up?
I would like to use ghost sound to make Kildor's voice like right behind the guy, and then we book in the opposite direction. So he like spins around, and then we're gone.
Give us a let's see here. Why don't you click on ghost sound? Let's see what it says. If it gives us any guidance here. Ooh, that's a standard action, which means
You can't run as well.
no, we can't do a full move, but also means that this guy may get another shot off before that.
Yeah.
Let's
That's okay.
get everyone else. So let's see what happens. I think otherwise, I think you're gonna have a good chance because I'll make you make a mysticism check instead of bluff for that. So why don't you guys go ahead and give us another? And clicking your token. Well, Dorman, you're really the only one, or Droman, you're the only one we really need here. I got a 13. roll initiative, beat my...
Oh, he's
shit.
gonna get the shot.
All right, and he sees you trying to... And... Oof! 22.
Oh my gosh.
Bingo.
4 points of kinetic damage. Now the thing is, this isn't like
both of us
AD&D
or
where like
on-
because you took damage. It's if he had held an action and interrupted you with a shot, then you would lose your spell. You didn't lose it while you're casting, so now it's your turn, Drummond.
Okay, so he goes, he's behind you, and I do my spell, and then his voice goes, hello.
Okay, give us a mysticism check, please.
Mysticism.
You're due. Come on, where's that nat 20?
15.
Pretty
I'll
good. So
take
he spins around. You guys have a free chance. You can use stealth to just hide in general. So why don't you each give us a stealth check? See if you lose this guy. I won't take him out of the initiative order yet.
Not with the
25 for Drummond. Holy smokes.
now you're on fire. Oh, and I roll a 1.
We don't have any astonishing fortune.
That's incredible.
Killador, have you used any astonishing fortune tonight, or has Drummond used 5?
I think he's used it all, yeah.
All right, so then he spins around, and unfortunately he sees Killador. So Killador, why don't you go ahead and roll initiative? Just so
I was gonna say, since he's like, since you like rolled awesome, like maybe I can tell that you did better, or like he's got the gun trained on me, so maybe I'm gonna I'll roll initiative, but I'm gonna signal to Drummond to go check the room while he's chasing me, essentially.
I need to leave you behind.
Yeah, exactly. So initiative. Oh,
there
fast,
we go. Nice. All right. So then he will get an action first because he had his. So he's going to fire at you, and I'm picturing you got a little bit of cover here, so I'll give you a +2 cover because I guess he could probably move. So he's going to move up, and he sees you trying to sneak and takes a pot shot at you. That's a 14, so slams into the side of one of these vehicles. You'd never notice from the damage that's already to the vehicle, but slow down, you. Then Drummond, you're going to be out of your stealth. Kilder, what are you planning on doing here?
So like I'm trying to lure him just a ways away from the hotel, if you know what I mean. Like I'm trying to. So I'm gonna like run across the street and take cover, or
sure. Why don't you give us an athletics check, because it sounds like you're just trying to keep him at a distance but keep him following still, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. So you can tucker this guy out.
Elves are so superior.
Pretty good. All right. So he's racing around after you, Drummond. We cut to you as this guy. You can hear. Let's just do this. Killador, I'll have you.
Well, we brought some spare ammo with him, otherwise he's going to run out.
You know what I'll do is every time we cut back to you, I'm just going to make him make a reflex save. Because that'll be... we'll treat
like
this
staying
like,
out of the...
Yeah, it's like a hazard instead of, an actual thing. Or maybe an athletics check instead. Athletics would probably be better. So, Drummond, we see you making your way, up the metal walkway that leads up to the second floor here. You can see, and each of the numbers for the rooms seem to have been scoured on it by a kind of like a Starfinder version of an acetylene torch. You reach over and 4B. This is where she was. Doors are locked.
I hack it.
You are thinking way too high tech for a small town Akiton. You will need. Yeah, there you go. Give us a sleight of hand check. There are some places where that would be helpful. Oh yeah, like in nothing.
So now you're just on fire.
Door opens up. So what you find in as you're looking around, doesn't really appear to be much here. Like whatever this person Vari 13 had, she's traveling quite lightly. There's not really much in the way of, apart from the very, very crude amenities offered by this hotel or motel. The only thing that's in here is a what would there be here? It looks like there is a message that was maybe left up. There's something, let's say, scrawled. I'm trying to think what would be the equivalent here. Why don't you give us a computers check? Because there's a little unit in here. All right. So there is a name that you pull from this. You search through, and what there is to see what her digital footprint is. It looks like she's done a infosphere search for the name O'Toole. OH''TUUL. And with a roll... Yeah, thank you. Oh, great. With a roll that good, I'll also tell you, if you sort of click through, the reference on sort of like the message board that you can see on this, it suggests that this is a weapons dealer.
Weapons dealer.
Yep.
Making notes on my little comm tool as I'm doing it, all high-techy.
He's also apparently a showbat as well.
Okay. Showbad, O'Toole, weapons dealer, address.
Okay. Kildor, why don't you give us another athletics check, see if you can keep yourself free of this guy.
Okay. I also imagine that I'm like doing things like throwing pebbles at him and stuff to sort of keep him engaged in this.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Another one!
Oh my god.
And he shot me.
Yeah, he's getting a clear shot off on you. I mean,
I think it's one of these, like, I've like maybe thrown a couple pebbles at him, and then I like go to pick one up and toss it at him, and he just gets a clear shot right at me.
Yeah, pow. He actually misses though.
So thank goodness he's not a great shot. Yeah.
No. Then it is Droman. What do you? That's what you pulled from the kind of the built-in terminal, the computer terminal here.
Okay. I'm gonna look around for any kind of anything else that might stand out, like maps she might have left behind or notes she tucked somewhere.
Give us a perception check.
Oh, I'm bad at those. But apparently I've taken all Jeff's good rolls, so.
So what you can see, you're sort of looking around, and what you can see stuck between the waste paper bin and the like crappy desk unit that's set up in here, looks like there's a piece of paper or something that's thrown, either was dropped or thrown down, that didn't go into the bin and managed to fall between the two. Pull it out, and it is a brochure, and it is a brochure for traveling the car yards. And you guys had heard about those before. The car yards, all one word actually. Car yards is a junkyard of vehicles and vehicle parts. By the way that this thing seems to look, like there's tons of picture like an auto wreckers thing, but on the scale of a massive desert planet.
Drummond starts bouncing up and down on his feet, a little excited. Riddle said there'd be those insect things over the car yard. I gotta go get Kildor.
Okay, so we see you run out of the, out of the room, and you can hear the sound of another blaster shot. So Kildor, let's. How you guys? Yeah. Well, you guys have comm units, so you could contact each other. Kildor, why don't you give us another, or either athletics, or if you got some other idea for keeping this guy occupied.
No, I like this. I'm basically running around trying to draw his fire. There we go.
Amazing. Yeah. All right, so then I think that what we'll say is you're running along, and you can see out of the side of your eye one of these really big, heavily loaded like buggies, Yasaki buggies, kind of rolling along the street. You look back, you see him still chasing after you. And then you can hear from Droman sort of, messages you on the comm unit. And what do you say, Droman?
Car yard. I think she went to the car yard. She was looking for weapons dealer, but insects, car yard now.
And I think at this point I'll turn to run away from the.
So I think seeing that, what you do
to-
is, like, last second, you sort of run out in front of that big Yasaki buggy, and they're like, "Ah!" yelling at you in Yasaki, which you unfortunately understand fully. And they're hitting the horn, and then it goes rumbling past. He comes running up, and then as the thing passes and the dust clears, you're gone. And what we don't see is that you're hanging onto the side of the buggy.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah, after a couple of blocks, you drop off, then you guys meet up again. So, you guys meet up at, I mean, you could meet up at Lou's again if you want, but he seems to have loose lips, so that may not be the best place.
No, I think we should try to find this car yard.
Okay? It really, I mean, with the handout that Droman's got and your rough knowledge, the Kefek Depot is really not that big of a place, so it's going to be relatively easy to find this. So,
Just imagine the wake of destruction and chaos we've been living as we move across the map.
so what do you guys?
Gonna
Yeah.
be
Is there
repercussions.
anything you want to do before you head to the car yard?
I would like to take a 10-minute break.
Do you?
Catch a breath, because I kind of got shot.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. So, well, why don't we go back to
Riddles?
which way is this car yard?
The car yard, I don't think it's on the map.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we go back to excuse me, to Riddle's place to
Yeah, at
rest.
the edge of Kefek's Depot, it leads to a
Yeah, I say we go back there and then.
Okay. So if you guys head back to Riddle's place, let me get rid of our hotelier there.
Everybody asked we were here the whole time.
One thing that you'll find in Kefek's Depot is that kind of. This is a really rough town. So
Yeah, like they're used to this kind of stuff.
yeah. All right. So you make your way to back into Riddle's shop. You know, you do your secret knock. She answers the door, brings you in. So you will have 10 minutes. So if you want to spend another point of resolve.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm even with Jeff.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't think I will for 1 point.
Yeah, you're only
because
down by 1.
3 you said you could use to save your life, so.
No. It's 1/4. And I mean, like, if you've got 1 left, that just, you take 1 and you lose. So. And all that
I
does
thought it was. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's to stabilize as well too. So if you're dying, you can spend 1 to stabilize, and
I
then
think he
if
said
you're
1/4 max of 3.
basically if you want to save 2 points, 1 to stabilize, and then 1 to get 1 hit point back and get back up.
Right. Yeah. Okay. But I still think it's fine for 1 point down.
Yeah. Okay. So you need an envoy. An envoy can actually help, or envoy or operative. I think it's envoy. They can actually help restore stamina.
Oh wow. Cool.
Okay. So as you guys walk in, Riddle is looking a little bit better. It looks like she's applied a little bit more, a little more like medicine or whatnot to her. And you can smell something's cooking. She's clearly making something. It's going to probably smell like some kind of like heavily spiced roasted meat of some kind.
Well, maybe we'll stop long enough to eat.
Do elves eat meat?
Oh, Skinnermanders are definitely omnivorous.
No, he's asking if elves eat meat.
Oh, elves eat meat. Sorry. Yeah. I mean, your character obviously could be different as well. You guys can feel free to have whatever. If you do need different dietary requirements, Riddle can scrounge stuff up. It's just the vegetative component of your meal is going to be pretty lackluster.
Yeah, like I imagine. I think at this point, as a spacefarer, I'm used to eating whatever's available at this point.
Yeah.
I'd say not preferably, but you know how we've been living the last couple of years. You eat what's here.
Cool.
That's a sentiment any cook likes to hear.
Yes, and
This
work
is
up an
real.
appetite. Do you know that people just shoot you for accidentally getting behind their counter?
Yes, I can understand how that could have happened.
I didn't even steal anything.
What did you find out?
Well, we found where your friend's room was, and after we lost the guy shooting at us, I think she went to the car yard.
Oh,
Meeting some kind of an arms dealer.
Yeah,
Oh.
O'Toole.
O'Toole.
He's a show bad.
she was going to see the O'Toole. That's curious.
Maybe the other show bad was pressing on her, and she wanted to arm herself.
Could be. She didn't strike me as a fighter type, more of a flighter type, but yeah, it could be. But the I mentioned the Kefax before, right?
Yes, that's why I want to go. There's Kefax and guns, and we find your friend. 3 for 1.
Oh. And she looks up at you, Killador. Is something wrong with him?
It's just the way he is.
We ain't got time to worry
Well-
about danger. Skittermanders are fast.
You should be just. And she's talking to Killador here. Be mindful. They're those Kefax will be many and active this time of year. This is their breeding activities, and in fact, the car yards are normally off limits to anyone. So, hopefully, you're better sneaking in there than you are into, hotel offices.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
I turned my reminder off this time. We should be good.
Okay. Now, anything you guys wish to do before you guys head out? I will tell you, Akiton has no moon, so nights can be a little dark here.
That's right. We have low light vision, but not dark vision.
Yep. Your suits, though, are equipped with lights, so if you want to be, going around with the lamp or lights on, you certainly will be able to see that. With
They're
that,
like night vision goggles we can buy,
you can try and find them.
like infrared.
I think.
Oh, I think I have low light vision.
Well, yeah, he says there's no moon though, so
Yeah, Akiton has no moon.
Oh.
Let's see here.
infrared sensors upgrade.
Let's see here.
Well, maybe we wait till morning then.
Was is it infrared sensors armor upgrade for 200?
So that would have to be installed into your armor, which is a crafting check, which would take time.
And we don't have time because
You still
missing
have
person-
daylight. Like, it's still daylight right now.
It is.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Like, you guys have this. All of this stuff has happened in the span of about 3 hours, right? So it's probably like around dinner time right now. But we'll say that you still got about 2 hours worth of daylight left before.
Yeah. Well, she's been missing for almost a day, and if you don't find them quickly, they might not be found. We ain't got time for it. Do these Carvac things eat meat? I'm guessing they do. Yes.
Oh, yes, they do.
Okay, we need to find a bunch of meat and lure the Carvacs into one spot, and then while they're busy, we can explore.
Maybe you're not picking up on what I'm putting down here. That place is full of Kefax.
Not enough food.
If you bring and you bring you attract a large enough swarm, you'll have enough food. Just you might be said food.
Ew. Avoid the Carvacs.
Avoiding the Carfax is never a bad idea. No. But I don't want to tell you what your business should be, though.
Okay, change of plans, Kildor. Only grab an egg if it's like immediately in front of us and we can get away with it.
We're not going anywhere near their nests.
Well, yes. If it's right in front of us, we can grab it, but otherwise, no.
It's right in front of my boot. There's a good chance I'm stepping on it.
That will piss them off.
I'll
They're going to be pissed just for us being there.
checking to see, guys, about. I'm wondering whether
Yeah,
it's
I'll
actually.
be back in like 1 second.
Oh, sure. Yeah. While he's gone, I'll check. I think that might actually be faster to get armor add-ons. So let's see here.
I like Drummond's personality. It's kind of emergent as we play.
Yeah. Upgrades. So you can swap out an armor upgrade in 10 minutes. You got 200 credits to spend. You can get that.
Yeah, you gave us 500, so yeah.
No. He's paying you 500 at the end of your on a successful completion.
You said we didn't have much to start with, did you?
Let's see here. I didn't put it on there. Let me check the PDFs. Those have the accurate count for your.
Because the sheet says 1210, and I'm like, that's probably not right.
The sheet says you got 1210 credits.
Well, the character sheet in Roll20 says 1210 wealth.
No. That's not right.
Oh,
It'll be.
gotcha.
Yeah, it's the one that I emailed you guys.
Oh, it summarizes how much what you're using costs. Got it.
Yeah. Let's see here. Okay. And sent. Here we go.
No, my current cash on my character sheets is 20 credits.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so 20 credits, and then your character, John, has.
We were down to doldrums, weren't we?
Yeah. That's why we're here, man.
You have 330 credits left, though.
Wow.
Although.
Is that
Yeah,
right?
because I don't think you haven't purchased anything else at the start, right?
No, you just gave me that laser pistol.
Yeah. Yeah, so you have
I guess
330,
I'm-
so you could pick up the.
Guess I've been hoarding money and didn't tell Kildor about it.
You may have been the one who's been paying for things like the bus tickets and the stuff to get you here. So-
It says 10 minutes. 10 minutes to swap out it. Yeah, let's get the armor upgrade just in case we need it.
Okay, well that's only for one of you then.
Yeah.
It'll cost 400 for both of you. Do you have a combined 400?
Well, I could trade away that breakaway Aegis if they'll take it as trade.
Which one?
The breakaway
gun.
Aegis.
Or the
Oh yeah, those
the weapons.
the weapons we picked up earlier. The tactical baton and the rune pulse caster pistol.
Let me see about selling gear here.
See if they have any value.
Yeah, they would have value, I think, in the right to the right purchaser. Let's just see. Let me
I think
go.
if this place has no moon, infrared would be a good idea.
Selling equipment. 10% of its purchase price is what you can get for it.
Okay, so 90 plus 250 times 0.1. Get 34 out of it. I'm 46 short.
And I only have 20.
So if you want, then I think that she will spot you. If you're still working for Riddle, she'll spot you the difference
Okay.
to get 400 to get you guys a set of what do you call it? Infrared upgrades for your armor.
Sweet.
Okay.
I'll remove these two.
So I'll add. Let's see here. Dark vision.
Right, I guess you can see that we're clearly working the case and not just,
Yep.
you know, we'll tell her it's a down payment for the equipment we need to continue on this now that we need to go out in the dark.
Maybe we can hawk that laptop thing we stole from the end guy.
Hotel.
Yeah, that's blown up now. Remember?
Darn. Oh yeah, that's right. You shot and it exploded in our faces. That's right.
All right. So then, if you guys, you're waiting until night then to head to.
Now I'd say let's do the shopping, swap out the things, and head out as quick as we can. And if it
Okay.
becomes night, we have an option.
All right. So then, need 2 seconds here, guys. I need to set something up.
Besides, there might be places that without any light, we could be super stealthy.
All right. So you are heading back from your shopping trip. Just
Wayne's got a bet in the chat saying how many natural ones are going to be rolled in the next hour.
yeah, seriously. You guys have been doing well in the natural ones.
Yeah, that was amazing. Well, like, what did we do in that? Was that hotel scene was set off by 3 total ones in there, or what? Something like that? I think I rolled mine like back to back.
You rolled 2 of them almost back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I failed my
Okay.
stealth check with a natural 1 and then didn't do much better with the reroll.
Yeah, that's right.
Beep.
All right, so you're making your way through. Oh, and let me, if I can do this quickly. Yes.
My first roll in the chat before we went live was a natural 1. So it started the entire thing.
Okay. So you guys are making your way through the streets on your way. Did you install the sort of the infrared stuff where you purchased it? Like
We got to make sure they work so that they can't rip us off.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sound strategy here. So you guys are departing now with your upgrades for your armor, and perhaps that's why you weren't paying close enough attention. Because as you are making your way through one of the alleyways to wind towards the car yard, you see 2 true warrior humans step out ahead of you, one from a side alley and one from seemingly behind somewhere else, and you can hear the footfalls of another pair of true warriors, this time 2 Yasakis behind you. And the lead kind of extends his baton and says, "You should have left."
We are leaving.
All right, so guys, go ahead. I'm going to add separate for each of these things. Go ahead and click on your token and roll initiative, guys.
I love Droman's personality. It's great.
+1 and oh yeah,
Oh no,
+1. So go.
so slow.
We're going to get murdered. Yay.
Murder!
I rolled out terribly for the Yasaki though. They have a huge initiative bonus. All right, so actually we have Droman. Now, let me move this over here and let's get some fighting music on. Alrighty, Droman, what are you doing?
Like, I should have left when you had the chance. We did leave. And I'm casting Grease.
Okay. Where are you casting
These 2 over here.
in? All right.
And then remove action. I'm going to get that breakaway GS up and go, ah!
Okay. Oops. Okay, so I need saves for these 2 guys. I'm just going to roll dice because it's faster.
Okay.
If you don't mind, just opening up the character sheets. Yeah, for...
No, that's cool.
We trust you.
All right. All right. Nat 1 for one of them, and a successful save for the other one. So one of them poof, hits the ground. All right. Then is
Get
that
him,
it?
Killador. They can't move.
Then it is the Yasaki's turn. All right. So the first one seems to feel steady on his feet, and it's going to... Ooh, didn't like what you did, Dorman. So it's firing 2... And actually, I think I'll roll this one in... where is it here? Where are they? There they are. Here they are.
It's serious lag with this sheet.
There we go. True Warrior and Yasaki True Warrior. All right, I already have them minimized. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. So, here we go. Ooh!
Yeah, no, both hit me. Yeah.
Okay, those are both. No, one of them misses.
Oh,
your
I can use my
KAC.
reaction. I can use my reaction.
Yeah.
Is one of them within 2?
Nope.
Well, so your
They're
reaction you
both
have to
hit me.
use before, like when I've declared an attack, that's when you have to use it. It's not when you see the result.
Oh.
Oh. What?
Yeah. So just be mindful that that's what you'll need to do in future is. And that actually won't help anyway. Droman's KAC is only a 13, and your bodyguard ability adds +2.
Yeah.
So it's a what? So I don't understand. It's called a reaction, but you do it as a pre-action?
No, you do a reaction to being attacked. If I'm saying I'm going to shoot at someone, you then say, okay, I'm going to apply my bodyguard.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So take 4?
So that is, you take 4 points of damage, yeah.
Okay.
As bullets are flying all around you. The one on the ground, he's actually just going to shoot as well, too. I don't take any penalties for range attacks when prone, so...
Well, then now I might as well use my reaction.
Yes, that sounds good. So you'll be like, get out of the way! So now your KAC will be a 15 against this.
Yeah.
Here we go. Come on. Oh, one of them still
6.
managed to get you for 6.
Ow, that's all my stamina.
All right. Then it is Kildor. What are you doing?
Grenade him.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Frag him.
So the frag one is damage?
Frag one is damage. I think cryo is damage as well.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Which one? I'm gonna...
So it's a DC 5 or AC 5 to hit a like segment. So if you want to plank it
And
between
what's the
two,
radius on them?
radius I believe is burst 5.
If I click on it, does it...
It should tell us. Yeah. If you click on the attack.
Because, I mean, if I can't hit both of the humans, then I'll throw it at the rat people.
I think the humans are probably too far away for the grenade, but at least for this scale of grenade.
Right.
Items in...
range 20.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I could throw it right by the 2 rats, though.
Okay, let's see here.
It doesn't say.
So...
Is there more info if I expand it? Maybe?
Here, grenades.
15-foot radius.
15-foot radius.
Yeah.
Yep. So you
that's
could hit those humans if you want. You definitely can get both of the Yasakis.
Yeah, I'll throw it at them.
Okay, and let's see here.
Oh, now that I've expanded.
So they can
this.
attempt a reflex save for half damage, but I'm gonna basically give -5 to the guy who's prone for this. So
Should have
failed
stirred up.
and failed. So go ahead and roll. Oh, frag damage is 4. So
Yeah.
goes off where those guys are. Yeah. That's only, you still have a move action if you like.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna... I know this isn't great for you, but I'm gonna move to the cover of this 2 vehicles on the road here.
Take cover.
What
You
you
got
gotta
it. All right. So then the Warriors. So this guy is going to 1, 2, 3, 4 race up here and try and hammer you there with his tactical baton.
Oh, he's gonna hit me.
You
My
greasy
AC
little.
sucks.
Oh,
So as a reaction to taking damage, which is part of the breakaway GS, he sticks it up there and ting, takes 1 point of damage
yeah,
and
so
falls
it
apart.
shatters into pieces and only 1 point of damage. Very nice. All right, then the other one is going to actually make a athletics check to try and climb up, and he's going to try and hit you from above. That's a Yasaki. So let's see here. Athletics.
It's gonna be so good.
Nice. Okay, so he races over here, scrambles up, and he's standing on top there, Kildor, and he's like, like he's going to hit you from above. Doesn't have enough movement to actually climb and attack. Droman, what are you doing?
I'm going to use my move action to take a guarded step next to Killador and casting my final spell with my spell cache. It's like, I've been saving this one. He goes, supercharge.
Hold on. Check with, what does spell cache say? Do you have to...
Sorry, I get really big lag with this.
That's okay. And it is, the character sheet is, I don't know whether if it's the coding on or whatnot, like, it's infuriating to try and enter information in as well.
Spell cache, there it is.
Okay.
If I could click on it.
As, I can't remember offhand whether it's, you can, let's see here.
Once per day, you can cast a spell. You can activate it to cast a spell, I know.
Oh, okay, there, yeah, you're doing it exactly right. Sorry, John, I shouldn't have second-guessed you on that. However, because you're casting a spell, that guy on top does get a attack of opportunity because you're casting a spell.
Oh, hold on. You can activate your spell cache to cast any one spell you know.
You're casting a spell, bud, so... Oh, here it comes.
Alrighty.
Okay. Let's see. Baton comes down. Oh, shit! Brains you, and you lose the spell. 5 points.
Damn.
Now, oh yeah, 23. Yeah, even with your, if you did, I didn't give you a chance to talk about your reaction, Kildor, but that still wouldn't have been good enough.
No, not even close.
Okay, so Droman, unfortunately, you're trying to get your spell, and he hits you so hard you drop your spell cache, and like magical sparks kind of fly out of it, and you're like, no, no!
That sucks. Well, I'm dead.
Hey, Yasaki's turn here. Now, the one that is prone is going to try and get up. So he needs a acrobatics check. See? Yep. So he's up and he can move half. So, wrong guy. He's here. But he's going to stagger over here, actually, and that's all his move. The other one is going to try and move. And see here. Oh, boy. Gets out of that stupid thing, and then he is going to... Oh, he sees that the Skittermander is in trouble here.
Mm-hmm. I figured.
Yeah, so he only gets one shot, though. Let's see here.
I'm easy to hit. That's it.
KAC, I did not give you an opportunity yet, Jeff.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I was thinking about what I was going to do. Yeah, I would definitely be trying to protect...
So you see the Yasaki come up and raise the pistol towards where Droman is, and like, look out! Push him out of the way, and the bullet whizzes past where he would have been. Kildor, what are you doing?
Sorry, what was the name of their leader again? It's the one name I didn't write down.
Wasn't it...
Was the True? It was kind of like True, but it was like...
Odorum or something?
His name is...
No, it's like the...
Dotrulo.
The Trulo.
Here.
The Trulo. Yeah, Dotrulo. I'm gonna jump. Oh, I'm gonna like jump on the ground and cover D, and I'm gonna say we want to speak to Dotrulo.
Whoa.
And like put my hands up, like, you know, like we're not fighting, right? We're
okay.
Yeah. Well, there's no way we were gonna win this fight.
They're gonna lay into you. They're not
Okay.
taking a surrender.
Well,
So
I accept the cover.
okay,
Yeah,
so
wow.
here we go. We go. Wait, do I have to move? Fuck, I can do a full attack. Okay, so one of them's just... you actually recognize there's a shiner on one of them. This might have been one of the guys you beat up who got away. One of those gets through, you take 4 points of damage.
yeah.
And then... Oh, they can both attack right away. Fuck. 11 points of damage.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Pow, pow, pow. They're just beating you around. And you realize, like, they're not going to stop until you're dead.
Oh, well.
Okay, so that was their turn.
I think we were dead either way.
Droman, what are you doing? You got an elf sheltering you?
Well, I'm gonna pull out my my little laser pistol thing and take a shot at one of these. Well, I can't because it'll provoke. Well, screw it. I'm gonna leap
You have
out.
acrobatics, don't you?
I do, but I don't trust it. I'm gonna leap at this guy with all 6 of my claws and start to grapple him. Like,
Okay.
ah!
All right.
I get a +2 to grapple. I'm going to use it.
Go ahead.
So how does grapple work in this?
Grapple is, I can't remember if there is a grapple button on here. He does get an attack of opportunity on you, though, unless you've got improved grapple.
What else am I going to do?
Okay.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you could take a guarded step, right? You're not down.
I don't understand. I have to be next to him to start grappling.
No, but you're saying you've got nothing else to do. That's not true.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you could take a guarded step into an unoccupied square and then make an attack without taking attacks of opportunity.
Okay, yeah, no, I'll do
Like,
that
I don't
then.
think, like, if that's what you want to do is jump on him and do that, it's
Well,
just...
no, that was only if I had no other options.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll step there.
You also have one pretty useful zero-level spell.
I'm getting lag again. Sorry.
Like a combat useful one here.
So that is accidental click.
Here, let's see it, Dorman.
Psychokinetic Hand? Is that the one you're talking about?
Nope.
Or the Daze? Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'll step back and cast Daze on that guy because he's a dick.
Okay. So you scroll back and then hit Daze. Let's check. Well, look at that. So what does your Daze look like?
It's basically it shoots out a bunch of sparks from his hands. He like this runs all of his like claws together and just showers of sparks at him.
Okay.
And he's just basically batting it away, trying to.
So one of the things that Daze, once you've been affected by it, they're immune to it for 1 minute, but you can use it on different targets afterwards too. One of the things that Brent used to routinely do is when he was out of, or if he didn't want to make use of his big spells, he'd hang back and kind of like do crowd control with Daze.
Okay.
Okay. So that was Jerome, and the shower of sparks that blinds one of the guys, and he cannot take actions. Then it is the Yasaki Warrior's turn.
He'll get shot.
Oh boy. No, they're gonna try this elf now. Looks like he's getting beaten up, so they're gonna take a couple shots at him. So let's do this. Full attack. One of those is a hit. What am I rolling here? On 18, that'll do it. So one of those is a hit. You take 2 points of damage from one. And then your armor otherwise protects you from the others.
Still in all the good rolls.
And the other one, the armor protects you. So they're firing at you, Kildor. Your armor is either protecting or they're going wild, but you do take 2 more points of damage. Now it's Kildor's turn. What are you doing, Kildor?
Well, I guess I'm gonna shoot the one that's not dazed.
Okay. Remember, that will trigger an attack of opportunity from him.
Well, so I either get 2 shots and he gets to also attack me, or I take a defensive step and only get 1 shot.
So the you take a yes. That's pretty much it. The upside to that though is that your 2 shots, each of those are at -4 to hit. A single shot doesn't take that penalty.
Right, but they can withstand about 3 shots each on average. And so if I'm only dealing 1 shot per round,
They are cowards, though. Remember.
yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
What you could do is try to take out these 2 over here with a shot each.
The could.
You're also no slouch. One of the things that one benefit to using your knife, even though it uses a smaller dice, is you get a higher damage bonus with that. You don't have a damage bonus with your ranged weapon yet. You don't get that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, it is +2, but it's only a D4, so I mean, still, yeah.
It's minimum 3 points of damage versus, the other. Your calculus is not wrong about being able to do more attacks. If there was less of these jerks on you, then.
Well, I'm assuming the Daze one doesn't get the attack of opportunity.
Correct.
Yeah, so this is kind of my chance to like double blast this one who's right on top of me.
Okay.
And maybe scare him away. I mean,
Sure.
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So let me make a attack of opportunity on you here from this clown. Tactical baton, not a full. You're paying for that one. 6 points of damage, but then go ahead and make your double attack.
Yeah, I don't know that there was really many opportunities to beat these guys. So let's see here.
3 was a struggle. We just got lucky. 4,
Yeah. The grenades just didn't do enough. Oh, man, those are terrible.
So one of
shots.
those hits.
It takes 2 damage. Yeah.
If I had been able to supercharge your grenade like I was planning on, it was gonna hurt.
Oh yeah, that would have helped.
I'm out of spells now.
Maybe using 3 grease spells was not an optimal use. All right.
I stick by my decisions.
Yeah, you will. Okay. Now, and you guys remember, you do have those healing serums on you as well.
Yep.
I mean, you each have at least one. So,
Right, but in a single round of stopping to drink a potion, they basically finish us off. So.
Yeah.
But you can apply them to each other.
Yeah. I was planning to the next turn.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so then, with that guy shot, it is now the True Warrior's turn. One of them has no actions this turn because he is dazed. The other one is going to all-out attack on you again.
Yeah.
So, let's see here. True Warrior. Nope, rest of the Yasaki. True Warrior, here we go.
Wayne might get his wish.
All right, that's one
Jeez, you
hit.
keep rolling so high.
5 points of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, their minimum damage is 4 points.
yeah. The way that it's scaled, the NPC, the monsters are built with different math than the heroes. Drorman, your turn.
I stick out a serum and stick it into Killador's leg.
Okay. I don't remember how much it heals.
I don't.
click
I can
on
look it up.
No, click on your item. It'll.
It doesn't have a description.
No, you should be able to click on it. Doesn't have the rules on it.
Nope.
Okay.
Is it in the character sheet you sent us?
Serum.
Yes, it would be. Yeah.
Serum of healing. Mark 1. Here we go.
1d8.
1d8. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's roll
So
it.
give us a 1d8 roll.
2.
All right. So Kildor gets 2 hit points back,
Yeah.
and
Means I might survive 1 hit.
And yeah. I assume I had to draw that out to use it, so I'm done.
okay. Isaki Warriors. All right. They are. What else do they have here? Oof. 2 tack pistols again. All right. So. Isaki, here we go. Okay. Full attack. Yes. Here we go.
Are they going on?
Both of those are a miss. And then the second one,
Were they attacking?
they're attacking Kildor still. They want to take that. Both of those are a miss. Holy
Wow.
shit.
And they both rolled a natural 1.
Yep. So both are firing at you, and I guess just because they're trying to not hit their ally. Kildor, what are you doing?
Oh my god. Well, now there's 2. I'm gonna. The problem is they can just step forward and hit me, but then they can't do a full round, right? So.
Yeah. If I might make a suggestion,
Yeah.
if you want to do something that does not, you could take a move action, do a guarded step back, and then you could attack one of those Yasaki True Warriors with the butt end of your rifle.
Right. True. Like this one here.
Yep, they're already
Yes.
injured.
Yeah, might as well. Maybe we can kill one of them before we die.
Okay. So go ahead and.
Oh my god. Except how about a natural 1?
You get a
Are
1. You
you
get a 1. There's been
kidding?
12 ones in this
Holy
game.
shit!
Okay, roll 20 is broken.
Oh
we've
my
rolled
God.
We've rolled something like
12.
9 or 10
Yeah.
or something, at least nat 1s today.
So here's
That
one.
is like insane.
This guy. Okay, so he's got to move forward. So what you've done is also you
goodness.
robbed them of the ability to do full attacks. So there is that.
Well, yeah, that's the big advantage of it.
One hop down, then let's see here, Drummond. This is 1 tactical baton on you. Oops, shit, what have I done here? Go full attack. No. Drummond. 7 points of damage.
Well, I'm out.
Oh. All right, so you were down. Now you can spend Resolve to automatically stabilize.
Okay.
And then you can spend 1 resolve as well on your turn to wake up and then take your turn with 1 hit point.
I will be doing that.
Okay.
Preemptively.
Then the second the attack on Kildor. Go, not a full attack. 16 is just enough. 5 points of damage on you.
Oh, I'm at 1.
Shapers. All right. So Droman, you're actually able to take an action now. You're prone, but you're able to take an action. You had your pistol in your hand, right? Or did you never draw that?
I know I didn't draw it because I had stepped, cast a spell, drew nothing.
So you, what are you gonna do?
Prone. The guy's right over me. What am I gonna do? I can crawl. That's an ability, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna crawl away from him.
Like under that vehicle?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And
give us an acrobatics check.
acrobatics, come on, click. It's really laggy. Holy cow.
Oh my goodness.
Kidding me. Oh my gosh. All right, so you skitter a little bit back. I'm going to make a perception check to see if he notices you moving still.
Okay.
So let's see here. The DC will be 10. Where do you think you're going?
Taking cover and yeah, that was basically a withdraw action. My whole turn just to get away without threatening, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, withdraw. So then he's not able to attack you.
Yeah.
All right. Then it is the Yasaki's turn. I'm going to see if they noticed you going under.
Yeah, they noticed me going under. Very obvious. I'm getting away. Don't
Okay.
shoot me.
So one of them's going to crouch down. I'm going to give you improved cover here. So your
Crawl into
cover
the
is going to
wall.
give you +8 to your AC.
They're going to hit 21.
So they're going to crouch down. They're only going to get one shot each, but they're both shooting at you now, Drummond.
Going to get 21.
Oh, which means, actually, Kildor, you get an attack of opportunity.
Crush his skull.
Oh yeah,
So one-
finally.
First one misses you. Second one, attack of opportunity. Let's see here.
Oh,
Unbelievable. So yeah, they're firing at you. Then it is Kildor's turn. What are you doing, Kildor?
oh my good lord.
They crawled under here in the first place.
Well, I'm gonna take a whatever it's called, a defensive step or whatever.
Guarded
over
step?
here, guarded step.
Okay.
And oh my god, I'm gonna.
Grenade.
Like you can
Threaten
take.
him
Okay,
with a
so
grenade.
there's 2 options you have here. You can withdraw, which means that you can still move your full movement. Just your first square doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity, and then you could like scramble over that vehicle or dive under the vehicle or something. One of the Yasaki will get an attack of opportunity, but it's going to be with a pistol butt as opposed to a knife.
Right. Sure. Yeah, and I'm
Or-
gonna try and go over this vehicle and
Or could I make
Yeah.
a suggestion? You don't have to follow it, but it's thematic. Pull out your cryo grenade, pull the pin, and say, "Fuck off."
no.
Okay.
I think he's running away at this point.
Oh,
Okay.
damn.
So we got the attack of
So I'll
opportunity.
make it. What did you say? Athletics?
I think it.
or I guess you're gonna make the attack
Yeah.
first. Yeah. So I mean, I might just be dead right there. Yeah, I'm just dead right there.
Fucking hell. All right. So you were knocked as you're racing past the Yasaki. You hit. Now let me make sure that withdrawal works, and not that way. That it's not all.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
No, it's just the first square.
Wait, what happened?
Did you look
Oh,
it up for
that's right.
Starfinder?
Yeah, it's the first square
it
you
okay?
leave isn't.
Yeah. Okay. So you're hitting. You hit the ground. You black out and hit the ground. Kildor. It is their turn now. One of them is going to crouch and try and grab you. Let's see here.
All 6 arms just up in the car and just nope, not moving, not moving.
Yeah. Really. Okay, I have to go off sheet for this. So their bonus will be a +3, I guess, for this. Okay, 17, not good enough. You're scrambling along. Unfortunately, they're just not able to get hold of you. Then the other one is going to stalk over and try and grab hold of Killador. Droman, what are you doing?
I am reaching over, trying to fumble for that cryo grenade off Kildor's body.
Okay.
How long do you think that'll take me?
Give a sleight of hand check. Let's see.
And you at least know where I keep it.
Yeah.
I was about to cast a spell on it, so I hope so.
Yep. No problem.
Okay, what kind of action was it?
Standard action to grab it.
Okay.
Okay.
And then could I use a move action just to grab a hold of him so they can't tug him away?
He's already grabbed by the other guy, or at least he's got one hand on him.
Oh, okay.
I don't think, because that would be probably another standard action. I don't think you can take a move action to do that.
Okay. Well,
And you could make a acrobatics check to try and skitter a little further forward out of their reach if you want. You'd still be within reach of Killador, but just not.
yeah, I'll try that.
Because that guy just starts to deploy his baton on you. Yeah, no problem. So you're able to skitter a little further back. All right, the true warriors. One of them's going to try and move back through that grease. I think he forgot about it. Oh my god, nat one! Whip.
Oh, we got a +9? Holy cow.
Yeah,
Wow, we've hit the over-under on the on the ones in the last hour of this game.
And the other one
And
is
it's
going to
now I
have to
think
do
the fifth one.
the same. Let's see here.
Come on, roll 20.
Let's see. Here we go.
Oh, he did it.
See, he scrambles over here and then crouches down.
Where do you think you're going?
Oh, shit.
Kildor. Now, you can spend one resolve
Yeah,
to
1
stabilize.
point and then 1 to go to 1, right?
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
So you kind of come to. And this guy's grabbed hold of you with one hand. What would you like to do?
Oh god. So what does it cost me to try and get my my knife out?
Nothing. As long as you're either a move action or as part of a move action.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna then take my knife out and attack him with it.
Go right ahead. Ah. Oh boy. No! He cries out.
No, he's still up.
Get under the car.
Your move action could be to stand up. Standing up doesn't attract attack of opportunity in Starfinder.
Oh. Okay, sure, yeah. I'll get back on my feet.
You scramble up
Yeah.
on your feet. The only things that draw attacks of opportunity seem to be making a range attack adjacent, casting a spell, or leaving, like moving away from the target. Picking up an item does not trigger an attack of opportunity.
Right.
Okay? So you stab this guy. You're fighting for your life now. Now it's their turn. All right, so he is going to have to spend a move action to get his thing ready again. So he only gets one attack from his baton on you. Swings at you.
Of course. He just rolls it.
Of course, it's a fucking 22.
Yeah.
All right.
So do I go to -3 in this game? Is that how it works?
No, just 0 again.
Just 0? Okay.
Yeah. And then it is the other one is going to have to scooch under and make a... Let's see here. He's going to try and grab hold of you again. Nope. That is... well, that's a 19. I'm getting closer. Droman, what are you doing? You got a cryo grenade in your hand?
Resolve will see us through. Clink.
He's setting it off.
And I'm tossing it right here.
Okay.
10-foot explosion.
Plink, plink. All right, so cryo grenade.
There you go.
Let's
Click.
see what it does here.
It's not gonna. It's
Well, it's only 2 points of damage.
well, it's a D8 and then stagger.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I do have make
So they
reflex
get
saves.
Yeah.
No. reflex save for them. You do get a 2 for that one because you're under there and the way you threw it. You will actually get a +8 or +4 on your reflex save.
Well, I've only got 1 hit point.
I was trying to make an upside here for you, but
so it says something about staggered for 1 round. Blast radius takes a less damage, half damage.
Oh, staggered for 1 round. Okay, so what does? There's my DM screen. Here we go. Let's find out what staggered. Staggered. You can only take a single move action or a standard action each round. Cannot take reactions.
Okay. Well, I mean,
yeah, you're unconscious, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, if you reduce to 0, that makes you unconscious, but 1 could bring me back if I.
No, you're unconscious and dying. You need to both spend your last.
Oh well, if I make my reflex save, I only take the 1, right?
Yeah, but then you're at 0 and you're starting to you're dying.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no like weird 0. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll stabilize.
Yeah, so both of you will go unconscious and then spend your resolve to stabilize. So you're both unconscious.
Yeah, I'm at absolute zeros of every single stat.
Me too.
All right.
Wayne, there you go. TPK.
So with our heroes being not unconscious and perhaps killed by the merciless Akatonian gangs, we'll bring this session to a close, guys. So I think we can collectively say a fuck you to Roll20 for the way it was rolling for you guys tonight, because
oh wow, that was amazing.
Holy smokes.
We've got to total up the number of natural ones that were rolled because somebody said 5 in chat in the last hour.
Yeah, and like to give you guys an idea too,
3,
this
4
encounter, I decided not to scale it back because you guys did so well in that first encounter.
Told you we got lucky.
This is a CR3 encounter, so that means it's supposed to be a challenging encounter for 4 first level characters. This would have easily been a challenging encounter for 2 second level characters who did not keep rolling 1s. So
it was still a blast.
Well, I'm glad you.
And it ended in a blast.
It ended in a blast. True. All right. So then, for those listening at home, yeah. So just for you guys to be able to judge the difficulty of this, it's been a way too hard encounter. Well, it would have been a very difficult encounter if you'd come in with relatively fresh things, and if Grease had proven to be more of a deciding factor in this session. I think like you're a one hit with one of those supercharged things that would have taken out one of the guys, right? So
yeah, I was hoping to supercharge a cryo grenade so it did 5d6 damage.
Yeah, I should have also made clear. I didn't realize that like Daze is a particularly powerful tool for this as well. So I should have made that clearer to you earlier on.
Oh, I saw it earlier. I was just like, eh.
Yeah, it was only 4. Yeah, it was only 4.
It was only 4.
Oh, jeez. So then, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for this one-shot into Starfinder. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the game, or the adventure, please do not hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section below, and we'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. You can also find a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, where all of us are active, and we have channels dedicated to this game, it's not a campaign, but this game, our past Starfinder campaigns, and every other campaign we run on the channel, as well as a bunch of other great channels, including Finding a Group, or just discussing general assorted games. And you are more than welcome to join us over there. I'm still have yet to actually get the donation system set up again for our Heroes Save Villages campaign, but I will be paying attention to that this weekend. I'm hoping to have that up again this weekend, but I've been saying that for about a month now, so who knows. The last thing I will say is a huge thank you to our 2 intrepid Starfinders. So Jeffrey, John, thank you so much for joining me back on the planet of Akiton.
The stars we found were the ones in front of our eyes.
Yeah, that was a tough, break of luck there. So, anyway, for those listening at home, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off of the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our Starfinder heroes have found in the town of Kefik Depot. And until we see you again, we'll be back again next week with I think our Warcraft game again. But until then, we hope that until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.